And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our broadcast today for high school softball on yourliveevent.com. I am Devin Kruger coming to you from Pillager High School, where today it is a Park Region Conference doubleheader. That's right, we're playing two today as the Pillager Huskies welcome the Panthers of Parker's Prairie. Welcome to our pregame show for high school softball, as today we're going to play two. Here on the pregame show, of course, we'll take you through the team comparison as to what these teams look like coming into today's contest. We will have our coach interviews. We'll have both coaches join us for today's contest, and of course we will have the first pitch coming up here. We will have our first pitch coming up here scheduled for 3 o'clock. They actually moved this up an hour due to the temperatures, moved it up an hour due to the temps. So we are ready to rock and roll here in Pillager. Devin Kruger with you. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll take you through a team comparison for these two clubs today. It's Parker's Prairie and Pillager here on yourliveevent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-cord bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
We hope you don't, but let's face it, accidents happen. Think TNT Auto Body and Glass when you need auto body repair, painting, and windshield replacement. They'll work with your insurance company. TNT Auto Body and Glass, Highway 210 and County Road 18, next to the corner store.
And welcome back to our pregame show as we are getting you set for high school softball here today with the Park Region Conference. Let's take a look at our two teams as they enter play for this afternoon, game one of the doubleheader. The Parker's Prairie Panthers come in with a record of 9-2. They are 8-2 in Park Region Conference play, sitting in third place. 11.7 runs per contest, only allowing 4 per game. Their 2 losses on the year were in Park Region play, once to Wadena Deer Creek and once to Sabika. They're coming off a win on Thursday, 9-5 over Browerville Eagle Valley. For the Pillager Huskies, 5-10 overall, 3-7 in Park Region play. They lost Friday at Pequot Lakes on Cash 95.9. The Huskies have lost 5 of their last 6, hoping to get back to a good groove against a very, very solid Parker's Prairie team here today. The Huskies scoring 6.7 runs per contest. They're allowing 11.3. So what the Huskies are giving up per game, close to what the Panthers are scoring per game. Last year, Parker's Prairie scored the sweep. The 2 competitive games against the Huskies, 10-4 in the first game, 8-5 in the second. The Panthers have a 6-game winning streak in the series entering play today with sweeps each of the last 3 seasons. Pillager scored the season sweep back in 2022. Busy week for these two teams. For the Parker's Prairie Panthers, they're going to have a doubleheader again tomorrow against New York Mills in Park Region play. For the Huskies, they play Friday at home against Crosby Ironton and then host Staples Motley in the famous Under the Lights game coming up on Saturday, which will be featured on Cash 95.9 radio. That's a look at our two teams as they come into today's contest. They're moving the warm-ups up pretty quickly, so let's get to our coach interviews after a short break. We'll chat with Michael Loreen of the Parker's Prairie Panthers and then Elena Fritz of the Pillager Huskies. Hopefully we'll get both of them in. Then we'll get you the starting lineups and the first pitch. We are here for both today. It's a Park Region doubleheader with Parker's Prairie and Pillager on yourliveevent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
The softball doubleheader today on yourliveevent.com is joining us now, co-head coach for the Parker's Prairie Panthers, Michael Loreen. Excited, although the weather's not so exciting, but we're here to play some ball today. Thank you for a few minutes to talk about this Panthers season and the matchup with the Huskies today.
Yeah, we're super excited to be here. Wish it was a little warmer, but we're here to play.
I know the Park Region a lot of times do the double headers, so let's talk about your team coming to this point. We're second half of the season. You're 11 games in. Take us through the expectations. You had a solid season last year, already at 9 wins this year. How does the performance so far match the expectations coming in for the Panthers?
We knew that we'd have a tough lineup, be a tough team to beat this year. We have 6 seniors, and we've had an injury that kind of slowed us down, but Alyssa Revering's back with a little bit of help from a knee brace, so we look to her to help out a little bit. But lots of leadership this year with those seniors, and lots of younger underclassmen that can play good ball as well.
I certainly noticed that, and it's part of the reason I like to ask when I get the lineup card what the grades are in. How has the mix come together when you have the gap that you do between seniors all the way down to freshmen, 8th graders? How have they gelled as the season has gone on?
They've done a nice job. The senior group especially is very accepting and very supportive to everybody on the team. They're great leaders.
You had mentioned the lineup, and of course that was going to lead right into 11 plus runs per game. What has it been that's really propelled this offense for the Panthers?
We're solid at the plate, but I think the biggest thing is that this year we had a big focus on taking bases, being aggressive, stealing bases, looking always to advance on the base paths has really been a big thing in causing chaos for the defense.
Defensively, certainly not shabby by any means, only allowing 4 runs per game, at least for game 1. Going with a freshman in the circle with Sydney Loreen, what does she bring in the circle?
She throws hard. She's been pitching a lot since she's been young. Biggest thing is she's got a couple other pitches that can back up her fastball, so it makes that fastball look a little faster, and she's confident, and she's got good defense behind her.
When it comes to as you go into the second half of the season, Coach, what are a couple of the key things that you still continue to focus on with the Panthers to try to get yourselves into a great position once you get to that playoff time, which is a few short weeks away?
Number one is going to be defense. Our section has great softball teams, very competitive. So in order for us to get out of our section or make a run at something, we are going to need to play solid defense.
Last year, you swept the doubleheader with the Huskies, but it was 2 good competitive games. What do you expect? And if you recall much, if you were around with the program, what the Huskies bring to the table today?
They always seem to have some players on their team that are pesky. So I know that they've had some competitive games this year. So we just look to do our job and hopefully put runs on the board and make their defense work.
With the success of the season thus far, what do you kind of consider, what do you look at in terms of like momentum? If you can get wins that you feel your team should get, what does that ultimately do for your squad?
Just builds confidence. Our seniors, they've played a lot of ball, and underclassmen, they're experienced well. So I guess it's just mostly keep it rolling, keep the confidence going.
9 out of 11 is a good way to start, Coach. We appreciate the time. Good luck to you and the Panthers today.
Thank you very much.
Michael Loreen, head coach for the Parker's Prairie Panthers, join us as we break. More on the pregame as we get ready for the softball doubleheader today on yourliveevent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-cord bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillagers.
Back with you on the pregame for softball today on yourliveevent.com. Is now joining us is Elena Fritz, head coach for the Pillager Huskies. Right back at it here this week, Park Region doubleheader. And I saw you Friday at Pequot Lakes, a good competitive game for a few innings. And then they had a big inning. What were some of the things that stood out to you as that game played on? And then unfortunately for your Huskies, they got the big inning to end it in 6.
I mean, we came out with our bats swinging, and it just happened that we hit it right to them, and they didn't hit right to us. And I think just focusing on doing the little things right, and on Friday, as you saw, when we didn't do the little things right, that's when we kind of lost control of the game.
One of the things I remember you telling me, though, was that it was that Haley Hansen, your senior, threw strikes. And I think anybody that's around the game of softball can understand that, if you lose by a big number of runs, but they really have to earn it, it's a lot different feel for how that game goes. What was your main message to the girls after that contest?
I think just letting it sink in a little bit, but then also just getting ready for the next game, because, we have couple more games of the season, so just if those losses, just hang on to them for a second and then move on.
Coming back with the doubleheader today, obviously yesterday wasn't ideal weather-wise either, but what did you really focus on with the girls to try to make sure that they were ready for a big doubleheader against Parker's Prairie in town?
I think just kind of like the feel-good mentality and just getting ready, game ready, but also coming into the game strong and ready to go is just what we kind of focused on, and then doing the little things right.
When it comes to those little things, I know kind of going back to the hitting, sometimes it can get really frustrating when you're putting good contact on, but you're hitting right to people. There's not a whole lot of control you can have over that as a head coach. So what did you encourage the girls about their approach at the plate, considering you did get off to a great jump in your last game?
I think just come back and knowing what your pitch is, and then being confident when you get up to the plate. Like you said, we hit right to people, but at some point they're going to drop, so just continuing what we're doing.
With Parker's Prairie in town, obviously you had a look at them last year. They got the sweep, but it was 2 competitive games. They're coming in with a 9-win record right now. What do you recall from the Panthers? What do you expect from them today?
I think just expecting the best out of the best and just bringing our game. With anybody that we compete against, we just kind of expect that they're going to bring their A game, so we're just got to bring ours.
When it comes to preparing for double headers, because I don't think last year I ever had you at a double header, is there any type of, I don't know if I want to say different approach, but what do you really focus on from the coach's standpoint as game 1 rolls on to figure out any possible adjustments for game 2?
I think we just observe of what happens in game 1, and based on what we see, we make adjustments. Coach Morty and I always chit-chat like sidelines all the time of, well, we could do this, we could do this. So just keeping an open mind during the game, and then when game 2 comes, just figuring out what we can adjust to.
Excited for a twin billing today, even though, again, Mother Nature's not real friendly to us. Nonetheless, we're getting games in, Coach. We appreciate the time. Good luck to you and the Huskies today.
All right, thank you.
Elena Fritz, head coach for the Pillager Huskies, joined us as we break more pregame right after this on yourliveevent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-cord bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager. 218-746-4131.
We hope you don't, but let's face it, accidents happen. Think TNT Auto Body and Glass when you need auto body repair, painting, and windshield replacement. They'll work with your insurance company. TNT Auto Body and Glass, Highway 210 and County Road 18, next to the corner store. The Pillager Booster Club is full of Husky pride. If you're a parent or a fan of Pillager activities, get involved with the Pillager Booster Club. Volunteer at their fun events to help fundraise. Meetings are just one night a month, and your input is valuable. The Booster Club gives back to all Pillager Huskies activities, clubs, and events. Any and all donations are greatly accepted and tax deductible. For information on how you can get involved, go to PillagerBoosterClub.com. Go Huskies and pull the sled.
Hi, I'm Susan Schmidt at First Western Bank. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day roles to best serve our community. We know the area high school athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this season. Be safe on the court, rink, field, and in the gym. We look forward to watching you succeed. We're not just here for you, we are you. First Western Bank. You can bank on us. Member FDIC, equal.
When you have a project calling for concrete, contact the pros at Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction, offering high-quality professional masonry and concrete services to Pillager and the Brainerd Lakes area. The team of skilled craftsmen with Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction is ready to help you for your foundations, patios, driveways, colored and stamped concrete, and much, much more. For your residential or light commercial concrete jobs, call Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction at 218-639-2374. Fully licensed and offering free estimates.
Good food is the...
And welcome back to our pregame show. Getting ready for high school softball and a double billing today here in Pillager. Let's go through our starting lineups, brought to you by Valerie Ann's Family Foods. Place your order with Valerie Ann's Family Foods in Ospey, featuring breakfast, lunch, and their famous single-serving dinners. Pick one up fresh for tonight or stock up with frozen entrees for the week. Valerie Ann's Family Foods in Ospey between Cross Lake and Merrifield on County Road 3. First for the visiting Panthers of Parker's Prairie with co-head coaches Michael Loreen and Bill Wagner. They are 9-2 overall, 8-2 in Park Region play. Leading off and in the circle will be freshman Sydney Loreen. Batting second, 8th grade shortstop Bree Skoglund. Hitting third at third base, senior Brooke Schilling. Hitting fourth, senior second baseman Henley Murnack. Hitting fifth behind the plate, freshman Amelia Van Batavia. Hitting sixth at left field, senior Alyssa Revering. The number 7 batter is senior right fielder Lily Steidel. Batting 8th, senior first baseman Anna Helling. And rounding out the lineup for the Panthers, junior center fielder Autumn Hartman. Again for Parker's Prairie, it's Loreen, Skoglund, Schilling, Murnack, Van Batavia, Revering, Steidel, Helling, and Hartman. Senior Haley Hansen will be in the circle for the Huskies. No stats on the Huskies. We do have stats for the Parker's Prairie Panthers. As we get you set, we'll get you the Pillager lineup at the bottom half of the inning as we are set to go, as we are ready to start today's contest here. Top of the first inning. Game 1 of 2 in the second game. Parker's Prairie will be the home team. They do flip it here in Park Region play. And here is Sydney Loreen stepping in, hitting .368, and the first pitch is in for a strike. And we are underway with our First Western first pitch with First Western Bank. We're not just here for you, we are you, with locations in Baxter, Cross Lake, and Nisswa. Lorena, 489 on base percentage, team high, third on the team of 14 hits, takes outside for a ball. Couple of doubles, 8 RBIs, tied for a team high 21 runs scored, and she has 16 stolen bags on the year. Coach Michael Loreen, her dad, said that they are very aggressive on the base pads. Fairly light crowd here on a chilly day with an early start. Here in Pillager, lots of chatter from the Parker's Prairie dugout as the 1-1 from Hansen low and inside off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to the leadoff batter for the Panthers. Skoglund and Schilling also due up here in our top of the first. Now one upstairs and 3-1 on Sydney Loreen. 195 to left field, 197 to right, and 210 to center here at the home of the Huskies. The 3-1 upstairs, and it's a lead-off walk for Sydney Loreen. And she is tied for a team-high 16 stolen bases. I would not be surprised at all to see her run and run early. Brings up the 8th grader Bree Skoglund, hitting .348 on the year. 3 doubles, 8 runs batted in, 10 runs scored. Runner on to start. She squares the bunt, pulls it back, and they throw it a second on a hop, and it's not going to be in time. Stolen base for Sydney Lorene. Said I wouldn't be surprised if she went early, and she went right away, now leading the team. And it was a ball to Skoglund. It was a close pitch, so I think everybody... That certainly... I think everybody was wondering whether that was a ball or a strike. It's 1-0 on Skoglund. Now a square up again, this time way high on the pitch. Halfway to third is Lorene before retreating back to second. Good job by the senior catcher, Sophia Schramm, just coming out and watching her before making any harsh and quick decisions that could potentially aid the runner. Breezy day, wind blowing straight out center field. Now Skoglund keeps the bat up. Now over halfway to third. Trying to potentially tempt Schramm, and the senior Hansen off to a bit of a rough start. A 5-pitch walk to Lorene. Now 3 straight out of the zone for Skoglund. Skoglund probably has the red light here. Here's the pitch from Hansen, and that one hits the dirt. That's going to be a wild pitch. Lorene will advance to third, and it's back-to-back walks to start our contest today for the Pillager Huskies senior hurler, Haley Hansen. That's going to bring up the senior third baseman, Brooke Schilling, hitting .276 on the year. 1 double, 11 driven in. Runners at the corners, nobody out here top of the first as we're in game 1 of a twin billing. The pitch from Hansen upstairs. The quick throw back to the circle. Nobody moving on that one. It's 1-0 to Schilling, as that is 7 straight. Actually make that 8 straight that have missed the strike zone from Hansen. She's got to buckle down, and she misses high again. Runner goes to second. Throw goes back to the circle. Defensive indifference. Skoglund in scoring position as it's 2-0 on Schilling. Hansen looks into her senior battery mate. Senior pitcher, senior catcher for Pillager as the 2-0 misses high, 3-0 to Brooke Schilling. And then on the other side of the coin for Parker's Prairie, they have freshman battery mates, freshman and pitcher and catcher. 3-0 to Schilling. And the pitch, and that one is in for a strike as Hansen able to find the zone. Schilling is second on the team with 13 walks drawn. Parker's Prairie team with 81 total walks through 11 games. Here's the pitch, and that one is upstairs, missed again, and she has walked the bases loaded to start the contest today. Nobody out, bases juiced for the senior second baseman, Henley Murnack. Murnack hitting .474 on the season. Tops on the team for regular hitters as Hansen delivers, and that one misses outside, ball 1. In the press box here at Pillager High School, we're just on the third base side. Top of the first, nobody out. Murnack has 2 doubles and a triple. Tops on the team with 18 RBIs, and she takes off the plate outside, and it's 2-0 on Murnack. Murnack tied for a team high with 21 runs scored. As a team, Parker's Prairie has 2 home runs on the year. Now here's the 2-0 upstairs again, and Hansen is missing a lot above the zone here in the first inning. 3-0. Pillager baseball on the road at the 7th-ranked Panthers. Infield is in for the Huskies. Here's the 3-0, and that one is in for a strike. 3-1 to the senior Murnack. Hansen battling here in this top of the first inning. Parker's Prairie with a great opportunity to strike and potentially strike big. Here's the pitch upstairs, and that is a walk, which will bring in the first run of the game. Head coach Elena Fritz will indeed call time after the senior has walked 4 straight to start today's contest. It is 1-0 in favor of the Parkers Prairie Panthers. That will be RBI number 22 on the year for Murnack, which puts her atop the team. And we're going to have a change for the Huskies. Sophomore Emma Sen is going to come in and pitch for Haley Hansen. Parkers Prairie leading 1-0 on the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. We will take a break, and we have a new Husky hurler when we return here on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillagers.
Back with you on YourLiveEvent.com. Devin Kruger with you today in Pillager. Sophomore Emma Sen has come in to relieve senior Haley Hansen, who has started the game with 4 straight walks. 1-0 at Parkers Prairie in the lead. Bases are loaded, and freshman catcher Amelia Van Batavia will step in. Hitting .267 on the year with 8 RBIs, and the sophomore Sen to work for the Huskies in the circle. The wind and the fire, and that one is down low, got behind Schramm, but actually hit the umpire's foot, and that probably kept a run from coming in as it's ball 1 to Van Batavia. Amelia with 2 doubles and a triple to her credit. Sen ready, a little twist, and the throw. That one in for a strike. Sophia Schramm, senior catcher, kind of reached out for that one. Got to be careful. Don't get that glove in the way of a hitter. Here's the 1-1 from Sen, and that one is inside for a ball, looks like. One thing about not being right behind home plate, you don't always get a good look at exactly where it crosses at the plate area. Looked good, but must have been inside. 2-1 now to Van Batavia, and the pitch, and that one a called strike. Got to really get the ears tuned into the umpire. In softball, they call it, then they signal. Bases are loaded for the Panthers. Here's the 2-2 from Sen. A swing and a pop foul left side, giving chase, and dump rope unable to corral that one near the fence. Van Batavia will stay alive as a home plate umpire checking with ball came in on the right field side, foul from the other field. So they track that down. Now we're ready to go again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pillager looking for a much-needed first out here in the top of the first. Sen delivers, and a swing and a foul back out of play. We'll do it again. Skogland's at third, Schilling at second, Murnack at first. 4 straight walks to start today's contest. And a 1-0 Parkers Prairie lead. Sen looks into Schramm. Here's the delivery, and a swing and a liner left field side, and it is just on the line fair. 1 run is in. Here comes Schilling. She will score. It will be a 2-run double for Van Batavia, giving her RBIs number 9 and 10 on the year as she planted that one on a liner just inside the line down left field. The first hit of the game is a big one for the Parkers Prairie Panthers as they make it 3-0, and now here's Revering. And the first pitch misses inside for a ball from Emma Sen. Alyssa Revering, senior left fielder, 143 hitter. Her one hit is a double, has 1 RBI. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing, and a sharp bouncer left side through for a base hit again. Scoring from third is Murnack, as all 4 walks to start the game come in, and Parkers Prairie off to a red-hot start here in Pillager despite the cold temps. And that will close the book on Haley Hansen, at least for now. Of course, she could always re-enter the game depending on how it plays out. And the first pitch misses up high to Lily Steidel. 7th batter of the inning. Pillager still looking for their first out. Runners at the corners as Van Batavia advanced to third. She's running for herself. Revering at first with the RBI single. 1-0 to Steidel, and the next offering misses upstairs. It's 2-0. Steidel, a .250 hitter on the year with 6 RBIs and 11 runs scored. Parker's Prairie off to a big start here today. And here's the pitch. That one upstairs. Runner goes to second. She'll take that on defensive indifference. So Revering in scoring position, and first base open now with a 3-0 count on Steidel. Sen came in and back-to-back RBI hits for Parker's Prairie, and now upstairs and a 4-pitch walk to Steidel. Going to bring up the senior first baseman, Anna Helling. .250 hitter with 6 RBIs, 7 hits, 1 double. The pitch from Sen, a swing and a foul tip. Strike 1 to Helling. Bases loaded again for Parker's Prairie to start this one. Sen ready, and this one down in the dirt. That one's going to sneak past Schramm, but the runners will stay put. 1-1 to Helling. First 7 reaching base for Parker's Prairie. Up 4-0 on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. This one, Sen let fly, got away from her, and the wild pitch sent flying near the nearest fence. That will allow another run to score. Van Batavia will score from third on the wild pitch. All the runners advance. 2-1 now to Helling. Makes it 5-0 in favor of Parker's Prairie. Now the pitch, that one down low in the dirt, smothered by Schramm. 3-1 to Anna Helling. Helling is ready. Sen delivers a swing and a bouncer left side. Picked up at short by Featherston. She will not have a play. She'll throw it to first. Now the throw back to third, and the tag is not going to be in time. Now advancing to second is Helling. Scoring on the play is Revering. Steidel ends up at third. Helling at first. The bobble at short will be an error, so Parker's Prairie has just 2 hits here in this first inning, but has a 6-0 lead. And there is a first pitch strike to the number 9 batter as the Panthers have batted around here in the first to Autumn Hartman. Junior center fielder. Getting the start in Autumn is 1 for 1. There's a swing and a foul tip. And Sen gets ahead 0-2. So Hartman getting the start. 1 for 1 with a single. Couple of runs scored to her credit on the year. 9-2 Parker's Prairie off to a big start here in the top of the first. Here's the 0-2. And that one right down the middle and a called strike 3 for the first out. Pizza Ranch strikeout for Emma Sen. Buffet Your Way Pizza Ranch. Now the top of the order and Sydney Lorene. Gonna mess up my scorebook right off the bat today. Here's a swing and a bouncer right side past second base into right field. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in, and Parker's Prairie with a big first inning with a 2-run single. First pitch Sydney Lorene sees from Emma Sen. Bounces it through the right side. Scoring Steidel and Helling. And it's an 8-0 lead as the first 8 reach base and score. There's a swing and a miss by Skoglund, 0-1. 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Big thanks to all our great sponsors helping us bring you today's action. Playing 2 today. Here's a pitch and a swing and right off the end of the bat, a spinner towards the Pillager dugout, and it's no balls, 2 strikes to the shortstop Skoglund. Both Lorene and Skoglund, again, the first 4 batters today for Parkers Prairie all walked and scored. So Skoglund, one of those 4. Send is ahead. Here's the pitch and a swing and a high fly to left. This one heading towards, and it is going to be off the glove of the left fielder, Harding. Now the throw to second, and they will get the force at second. Pillager gets a break as Lorene headed back to first, and that's going to be a 7-6-4 put out for the second out. Skoglund is on with the error on the drop in left field. 2 outs now here in the top of the first. Runner at first, 8-0 Parkers Prairie. And Brooke Schilling at the plate. And the first pitch, a swing and a liner, base hit to left. That one knocked down by Harding. The throw into third. Quickly, Skoglund stops at second. Boy, first pitch, and Schilling wasted no time crushing a liner to left. Schilling's 9th hit of the year. Now first and second with 2 outs for Henley Murnack. Had an RBI walker first time up, came around to score. Emma Sen, the Rock and Fire, up high, ball 1. 13th batter of the inning for Parkers Prairie. First and second for the Panthers. Black pinstripe uniforms, gold pinstripes. Now one just above the zone. Shrum quickly out of the crouch as the runner's trying to tantalize her to make a throw. Gold numbers and maroon letters trimmed in gold for the Panthers. Pillager in the maroon jerseys, white pants. As here's one up high again, 3-0 to Murnack. Sen takes an extra second behind the rubber. Now the 3-0, and that one is down low, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Murnack. She walks for the second time. Second walk issued by Sen. Bases loaded again for Parkers Prairie. Skoglund to third, Schilling to second, Murnack to first. Here's Amelia Van Batavia. She was the first batter to face Sen and dripped and shot a 2-run double just to the left field line. Her first time up this inning. Here's the pitch from Sen. It's upstairs, ball 1. 8-0 start for Parkers Prairie here. Bases are loaded. The sophomore Sen with a pitch, and that one in for a strike, 1-1. Sophia Shrum gives the target. Here's the pitch, swing and a pop fly left side. That one is going to get out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Van Batavia. Five seniors, a junior, 2 freshmen, and an 8th grader make up the starting lineup for Parkers Prairie's Panthers. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes from Sen, and a swing and a high fly, but well foul, as once again Van Batavia was way ahead of it. Coach Lorene said that they had a good lineup. They've expected that this year. They have shown that. Good patience at the plate. They've got something to hit. They're making really solid contact for the most part. Here's another 0-2, and a swing and a bouncer left side. That's through for another base hit. Harding will get it in quickly, and it'll be just 1 station apiece as Skoglund scores for the second time. It's the 3rd RBI of the inning for Van Batavia, the freshman catcher. She's 2 for 2. Schilling to third, Murnack to second. Make it 9-0 Parkers Prairie here in our opening frame. Brings up Alyssa Reverie in an RBI single, her first time up. And here's a swing and a drive to center. This one is back. It's going to be over the head of Haley Awalt. 1-2 around. Coach Lorene is going to stop the runner at third, and it's a 2-run double to straightaway center for Alyssa Reverie. She's got 2 more RBIs. Another extra base hit as Schilling and Murnack score for the second time today. Van Batavia to third. And Parkers Prairie up 11-0. Here's Lily Steidel. And there's a pitch, and that one inside edge, strike 1. Steidel, the number 7 batter in the order, up for the second time this inning. Walked and scored already. The pitch from Sen, and that one off the plate outside, 1-1. Sen picking up tempo a little bit here. Van Batavia at third, Revering at second. 2 Panthers with 3 RBIs in the inning, and there's a called strike on the inner half. 1-2 on Steidel. The pitch from Sen, swinging a fly to center, heading over is Haley Awell. That will drop in for a base hit. 1 run is in. They'll hold the runner at third in Revering, and it's another RBI hit as Steidel places it nicely in center field. Van Batavia scores for the second time. Runners at the corners. 12-0 Parker's Prairie to start. Anna Helling reached on an error and scored. And the first pitch in for a strike. 2 outs in the inning. Huskies have 2 errors, so right now 8 of the runs, actually 7 of the runs will be earned. And here's a swing and a pop, left side. Long run, and it's going to drop fair territory. Huskies run it in, and right now Parker's Prairie getting all the benefits as Helling with a pop fly to left field, and it drops just inside the line. Revering scores for the second time today. Steidel ends up at second. RBI single for Helling. And the Parker's Prairie Panthers have batted around twice here in the top of the first inning. Number 9 batter, Autumn Hartman in, takes ball 1. She struck out looking for the first out of the inning. 2 down, runners at first and second for Parker's Prairie, up 13-0 on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction of Pillager scoreboard. There is one, a called strike hitting the bottom of the zone, 1-1. Sen looking into Schrum, and there is a called strike 2, 1-2. Eighteenth batter of the inning. Pillager desperately wanting to get out of this. Here's the 1-2, and that one inside. 2-2. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a roller. And it's taken by the shortstop, Featherston. Throw to first in time, and the inning comes to a close, but not before a big first inning for the visiting Panthers of Parker's Prairie. They score 13 runs, 7 earned in the top of the first inning. They do it on, let's see. Oh, would help if I had my tally marks in the right spots. Let me get the hits tally here for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They do it 8 hits. There were 2 Pillager errors and 2 runners left on base. On the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard, Parker's Prairie 13, and the Huskies up to the plate for the first time when we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager. 218-746-4131.
We welcome you back as we go to the home half of the first inning. Devin Kruger here with you. Parker's Prairie with a monster top of the first inning. We'll give you the Valerie Ann's Family Foods lineup for the Pillager as we go here. Junior designated player Eliza Klein will lead things off, and the first pitch from the freshman Lorene up high. Sydney Lorene Good hard thrower, experienced even though she's just a freshman. 13-0 Parker's Prairie after the top of the first. Now a swing and a miss. Klein with a good rip, but behind on the fastball. Liza Klein, junior DP. Bailey Rudrud, senior right fielder. Graceland Featherston, sophomore shortstop. The top of the order for the Pillager Huskies. Here's a pitch and a swing and a miss. As Klein behind the fastball again. 1-2. We also have Pequot Lakes at Malacca in a softball doubleheader here on yourliveevent.com. As here's a pitch, that one high and away. Good take there by Klein. It's 2-2. That one's scheduled to start with a 3:40 pregame. Klein ready. Here's the 2-2, and a swing and a liner left side, and that's down for a base hit. Right in front of Reverine, and a great start for the Huskies after a long top of the first in the field. So you got Klein, Rudrud, and then Featherston. Then the rest of your Valerie Ann's Family Foods lineup, senior catcher Sophia Schrum, hitting cleanup. Sophomore left fielder Miranda Harding in the 5 spot. Hitting 6th, sophomore second baseman Greta Grimsley. Hitting 7th, sophomore third baseman Kaya Dumprope. Hitting 8th, senior center fielder Haley Awalt. And rounding out the order for the Huskies, senior first baseman Maddie Holsapple. So again, Klein, Rudrud, Featherston, Schrum, Harding, Grimsley, Dumprope, Haley Awalt, and Holsapple, your Valerie Ann's Family Foods lineup for the Pillager Huskies. First pitch to Bailey Rudrud, fouled back. It's 0-1 for the senior. Runner at first, nobody out for the Huskies. Now here's a swing and a chopper left side, and that sees its way through to left field. Back-to-back hits for Pillager. Bottom of the first, 13-0 Parker's Prairie. Huskies averaging 6.7 runs per contest. Again, no stats for the Huskies. I'll get you some numbers on Lorene as we go. Right now, Featherston hoping a hit parade starts for Pillager as there's a swing and a foul back. Strike one. Lorene, 23 2/3 innings for the Parker's Prairie Panthers. Evie Griniger has the most innings pitched right now, 4-0 for Lorene. 15 runs, 10 earned on only 13 hits, 22 walks, 34 strikeouts as Featherston takes a strike and she's down in the count 0-2. ERA of 2.95 for Lorene, daughter of co-head coach Michael Lorene. First and second for the Huskies. Lorene looking into the dugout for the pitch call. Here it comes upstairs. Featherston Knights take 1-2 for Grayson Featherston. Game 1 of 2 in this Park Region doubleheader. Now here's a swing and a fly to left. Heading over is Reverine, and she will miss it, but it is foul territory. Reached up late, and that ball just cleared the top of her glove. So Featherston stays alive at a ball and 2 strikes. Now here comes the pitch, and that one is off the plate outside. Good take by Featherston. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out for the Huskies here, bottom of the first. Runners at first and second. Crowd is filled out a little bit here. Now here's a swing and a miss. Featherston down on strikes. Good fastball right at the knees from Lorene, 1 away. Brings up senior catcher Sophia Schrum. She was the DP Friday when I did the game at Pequot Lakes. Hit a solo home run in the first inning. Lorene first pitch, and that one a called strike at the letters, 0-1. 1 down here, bottom of the first. Here comes the rock and fire from Lorene, swinging a number. This one rolled to second. Here's the flip for 1, and that's all they'll get. For a moment, I thought Murnack might try to step on the bag and make the throw. She underhands it to Skoglund. They get the force on Rudrud, 4-6. 2 down as Schrum reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 away for the Huskies. Runners at the corners. As Klein heads over to third, here's Miranda Harding, the sophomore left fielder. 13-0 Parker's Prairie in front after a big top of the first inning. Sadie Lorene, a long look in for the pitch call to the Parker's Prairie dugout. Runners at the corners. Here's the pitch And that's a fastball strike to Harding. 0-1 to the sophomore left fielder. Third baseman in a couple steps from the bag at third. That's fairly typical for some softball teams. Here's a swing and a high fly to right center. Coming in is Hartman. She'll make the call. She'll make the catch, and down go the Huskies in the bottom of the first inning. No runs for Pillager. They do get a couple of hits. No errors on the Panthers. 2 runners were left on the base pads. We are through 1 here in Pillager. Game 1 of this Park Region doubleheader, and on the shingle-decker concrete and construction scoreboard, it is Parker's Prairie 13 and Pillager nothing. When you have a project calling for concrete, contact the pros at Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction, offering high-quality professional masonry and concrete services. Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction of Pillager, 218-639-2374, fully licensed with free estimates. Back with the second after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
We hope you don't.
Welcome back to Pillager. Devin Kruger here with you. Top of the second inning. Game 1 of our doubleheader. Parker's Prairie batted around twice in the top of the first inning. So they had 18 at the plate. Now we head to the top of the second and the top of the order. And leading things off will be Sydney Lorene. Walked and scored. Had a 2-run single as well in the first inning. So 1-for-1 as she'll start off inning number 2 against the sophomore MSN. Haley Hansen, the senior, got the start. Did not record an out. 4 runs on no hits and 4 walks. Walked the first 4 batters she faced, and all of them came in to score. It's 0-1 on a called strike to the freshman pitcher, Lorene. Here's Sen's delivery, and this one dips below the zone, 1-1. Sen had 1 strikeout and 2 walks in the first inning. 13 runs on 8 hits. Now a change that goes high, 2-1 to Lorene, leading off with a whole lot of people in winter gear and blankets. Here's a swing, a fly in left center field. This one will drop in the gap. Chasing it down is Haley Awalt, knocks it down. It'll be extra bases for Lorene. She's going to round second. She's going to try for 3. Here comes the throw, and it is in time. Lorene did not slide. Her coach was saying to get down. She did not, and what a relay from center field. Haley Awalt to Featherston to dump rope, and they gun her out stretching. It'll go as a double for Lorene, and then out on the base pads, 8-6-5, 1 out here in the top of the second. What a relay, and great job by the Huskies to stay with it. Featherston drew an absolute strike to dump rope at third, who put the tag right on the thigh of Lorene. Here's Bree Skoglund, the shortstop. 0-for-1, reached on an error and walked, scored twice, took a ball inside, now takes a ball high as she gets ahead of MSN. 2 balls, no strikes. 13-0 Parker's Prairie, top of the second inning. Nobody on with 1 out. Here's the 2-0. This one upstairs and easy to lay off. Skogman, the 8th grader, doesn't have a very big strike zone. And a few pitches have sailed high. Here's the pitch, and that one a called strike, 3-1. Now Sen delivers and a swing and a miss. Might have just nicked that one at the bottom of the bat. Had Skoglund out in front of it, and it's 3-2 as Sen battles back. And the count fills up. Sen checks in with Sophia Schramm. The pitch, a swing and a fly to center. Heading over is Haley Awalt, makes the grab, and there's 2 down here in the top of the second. Brings up Brooke Schilling, who is 1 for 1, walked, singled, scored twice. A 13-run first inning for Parker's Prairie. Well, if Pillager could get out of this facing the minimum, boy, what a shift in momentum that could be. And here's a swing and a hard chopper knocked down by Featherston. Bare hands, throws to first, and it is not in time. That one's so tough to score for him but it was hit right at Featherston. Just didn't quite field it cleanly. Even though it was hit really hard, I think we have to give an error. If she fields it cleanly, that is an out at first. So an error charged to Featherston, and the inning continues. Here's Henley Murnack. 2 walks, 2 runs scored in that 13-run first inning. Takes a strike, 1-0. Excuse me, 0-1. 2 outs here in the top of the second with Schilling at first. Sen delivers and a swing and a bouncer. It's dump rope at third. The throw to Holsapple in first, and that will retire the Panthers much more quickly here in the top of the second inning, much to the Huskies fans' delight. Nice job by Sen, and some backup behind her in the top of the second inning. No runs on a hit, 1 Pillager error, 1 runner left on the base pads. On the shingle-decker concrete and construction scoreboard, it stays Parker's Prairie 13, Pillager nothing. Bottom of the second right after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
We hope.
Back with you here in Pillager. We're playing 2 today, Park Region play. Everybody in doubleheader play for Park Region Conference, something that they do regularly. Wadena Deer Creek atop the standings, 12-2 in the conference, or excuse me, 12-2 overall, 8-1 in the conference. They are hosting Ottertail Central today. Sabika in second place, 11-2 overall, 9-2 in the conference. They're hosting New York Mills. And then Monaga and Bertha Hewitt Verndale, a doubleheader at BHVS. First pitch, swinging a pop right side, and fair. Greta Grimsley, a leadoff single on 1 pitch for the Huskies. So Pillager already with 3 hits. But down 13-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's sophomore third baseman Kaya Dumprope. Monaga and BHV both 0-8 in conference play, so somebody's picking up a win today. Maybe they'll split. Here's a snap throw down to first, and diving back safely is Grimsley. And Batavia showing she's not afraid to throw behind a runner. Ball 1 to Dumprope. So Grimsley a leadoff single. Blooping one into right. Dumprope and then Haley Awalt due up next. 13-0 Parker's Prairie. Here's a fastball outside from Lorene, and it's 2-0. Tiny little break in the clouds, just lighting up a little bit. We expect cloudy skies, hopefully staying dry today. The 2-0, and that one inside. Another throw to first, and again, Grimsley dives back head first. 3-0 to Dumprope. Huskies dugout making some noise, trying to jumpstart some offense. Lorene delivers, and that one in for a strike. 3-1. Pillager baseball is on the road at Parker's Prairie for a single game today. Here's the 3-1 and a swing and a liner over Coach Mortensen on the first base side. Full count. Parker's Prairie right back at it tomorrow in Park Region play with a doubleheader against New York Mills. After today, Pillager will have 17 games in, so just a few left for the Huskies. Friday and Saturday this week, and Coach Fritz was saying just one game next week to wrap up the regular season. Full count pitch from Lorene, and that one, she got stuck on her hand, and that is going to be well off the mark, and that is the first walk issued by Lorene, and a walked dump rope. First and second for the Huskies for senior center fielder Haley Awalt. 13-0. Van Batavia going out to just chat with the freshman hurdler Sydney Lorene. Coach Mike Lorene had mentioned something about injuries, and Parker's Prairie, the top pitcher, at least innings-wise, Abby Griniger, not even on the lineup card for today, at least for game one. First and second for the Huskies. Bottom of the second, nobody out. Here's the senior center fielder, Awalt, and the pitch from Lorene. She squares up, and there's a throw down to third, and the tag in time. Huskies get aggressive as they had Awalt offer on the bunt. It's a called strike, and Greta Grimsley caught stealing on a great quick throw from Van Batavia down to Schilling with the tag, and the Pillager has an out on the base pads on the caught stealing. Dump rope will head to second. Now here's a swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. Awalt trying to golf at that one and came up empty. So runner at second with one out here in the home second. Sometimes you force the team to try to make a play, and that's what Parker's Prairie did on that one. Lorene gets the pitch call as she's ahead of Awalt. No balls, 2 strikes. Spinning the ball with her right hand. Here's the wind and fire, and that one inside. Oh, called strike 3. And there's 2 down. Second strikeout for Lorene today. So sometimes when there's a lot of chatter, and because umpires in softball don't make the signal right away, they call the pitch, then wait half a second, which drives me nuts, by the way. Didn't notice that he called strike. So 2 down for Maddie Holsapple, and the first pitch from Lorene, a called strike. At second base is Kaya Dumprope. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Parker's Prairie up 13-0. Game 1 of 2. Number 9 batter for the Huskies. Now the pitch that one high and away. Nicely stabbed by Van Batavia. That was one that easily could have gotten away from some catchers and allowed a runner to advance. Might not mean a whole lot now with the big margin that Parker's Prairie got early. Here's a pitch and a late swing and a miss on a fastball 1-2 to Holsapple. It's one of those, if I see that as a pitcher, I'm going right back to the heater. We'll see if that's what they do or if they try to give her one of the off-speed pitches. Here's the pitch, and a chopper off the plate is picked up, and it is fair territory, and they will throw down to first for the out. That one just ahead of home plate, and a good job by Van Batavia to not delay, not wait, just put the ball in the glove and threw it down to first base to retire the side for the Huskies. Bottom of the second inning, no runs on a hit. No errors and 1 runner left on the base pads. We are through 2 here in Pillager Park Region doubleheader. And on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard, it is 13-0 Parker's Prairie here on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager. 218-746-4131.
We hope.
Welcome back to Pillager. Devin Kruger here with you. Pillager has had their designated player, Eliza Klein, play first base for Maddie Holsapple, so still using the DP and flex, which is, again, a quirk in the rule for softball. 13-0 Parker's Prairie, and the first pitch floats in for a strike to start off the inning. All 13 runs for Parker's Prairie scored in the first inning. Freshman catcher Amelia Van Batavia leading things off for the Panthers, followed by Alyssa Revering and Lily Steidel. And here's a chopper. Featherston at short. Nice glove, low throw. Nicely scooped up by Klein at first, one away. Good job by both Featherston and Klein on the ground out 6-3. One down for the senior left fielder Alyssa Revering, who is 2 for 2. Had a single and a double in that 13-run first with 3 total RBIs and 2 runs scored, and the first pitch from the sophomore MSN in for a strike. Here's the pitch, and that one off the plate outside, 1-1. Now the pitch, and Sen tosses one low and inside. 2-1 on the senior left fielder, Revering. Revering and Van Batavia both had 3 RBIs in that first. Here's a pop-up on the right side. Second base calling for it and reaching up, making the catch was Grimsley. Pop out to second. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the third. You know, for Parker's Prairie, one thing is in softball, of course, you have the mercy rule of 10 runs after 5, but you also have a 15-run rule after 4. After the 13-run first, now here's a swing and a miss at one in the dirt for the senior right fielder, Lily Steidel. And Sen gets in front 0-1. Base is empty, 2 down here in the top of the third. Steidel walked, singled, and scored in that big first inning. Now the 0-1 floats high, 1-1. Wind's been pretty steady, not helping with the warmth factor. Now here's a swing and a liner just over the glove of Featherston, left center field, base hit. Boy, Featherston, she could have reacted a half second earlier. That one might have caught the top of her glove. But Steidel lines one into left for her second hit of the day. Gonna bring up Anna Helling, the senior first baseman. Reached on an error, had an RBI single, and scored in the first. 13-0 Parker's Prairie, top 3. Here's the pitch from Sen, swinging another liner left side. That one down, oh, and it gets past the left fielder. Heading to third is Steidel. She will round third. She's going to come in. Featherston will toss to the pitcher. It'll be a single for Helling, and then an error that allows Steidel to come all the way around. Helling ends up at third. That is not going to be an RBI. And it's now 14-0 in favor of Parker's Prairie. The Panthers looking for win number 10 on the year. That's a first pitch strike to Autumn Hartman, who is 0 for 2, had a strikeout and grounded out in that big first inning. Had the first out and the third out for the Panthers. Here's a pitch, and that one hit her. That one was inside and just caught her elbow, and Hartman is hit by the pitch and will head to first base. First and second now for the Panthers, as now we go to the top of the order. Sydney Lorene, who's 2 for 2 with a single and a double, along with a walk, 2 RBIs and a run scored. Swings and hits one to right. Rudwood came in and off the top of her glove. Came in hard, had to hit the brakes. 1 run is in. Hartman's going to come around to score. That will be an error for the Huskies as Lorene ends up at second. All of the runs are unearned here in this inning, as 2 more come in. And here's Brees Gogland, who is 0 for 2 with a walk, reached on an error, scored twice in the first, and then flew out in the second. Swing and a miss on one in the dirt. That'll be a wild pitch, and Lorene will head to third base with 2 more runs across on the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. It is now 16-0 in favor of the Parker's Prairie Panthers, game 1 of our doubleheader. Here's the 0-1 from Sen. That one off the plate and a nice block by Sophia Schrum, the senior catcher. And 2 games last year, Parker's Prairie won, but both pretty competitive. I mean, 10-4 and 8-5 were your scores. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it comes from Sen, and that one sails high, 2-1. 7th batter of the inning for Parker's Prairie. After a scoreless second, 3 more here in the third for the visiting Panthers. That'll be the home team in game 2. The pitch from Sen, a swing and a miss, as out in front of it was Skoglund. Following game 1, we'll still do our usual recap, notes, numbers, name our award winners, then get ready for game 2. Here's the pitch from Sen. That one off the plate and actually bounced before the plate, and Schrum had to stop it. Full count to Skoglund with Brooke Schilling on deck. Sen looking into Schrum. Here's the pitch, and that one is just missed high. And it's a walk to Skoglund, her second walk today. 3rd walk issued by Sen. Coach Elena Fritz is going to call time, and it looks like Pillager is going to make another pitching change here in the top of the 3rd, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Pitching change for the Huskies as Kaylee Holsapple will come in. Holsapple, a freshman, and with a big lead, Coach Elena Fritz saying, let's give a youngster some extra time. She's going to call the entire field in for the Huskies. 3 runs in here in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 outs. It'll be runners at 1st and 3rd. When we come back, new pitcher for the Huskies is Kaylee Holsapple as we break on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard at 16-0 Parker's Prairie here on yourliveevent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
We hope you don't, but let's...
Welcome back. Top of the 3rd. Brooke Schilling will be the first to take on freshman right-hander Kaylee Holsapple. In for Emma Sen, who goes 2 2/3. Runners at the corners. Parker's Prairie up 16-0, and here is the pitch. And it's off the plate outside. Heading to second on the defensive indifference will be Skoglund. Schilling 1 for 2, had a walk and a single, scoring twice in the big 13-run first inning for Parker's Prairie. And there is a strike from Holsapple, 1-1. So in 2 2/3, the runners on base are the responsibility of Sen. 3 runs allowed. And now the pitch, and that one off the plate outside, 2-1. $11 hits offered by Sen. 3 walks, strike on a hit batsman, and there's another one that misses off the plate outside, 3-1 on Schilling. 79 pitches and 2 2/3 for Sen. 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. Here is the 3-1 and a swing and a bouncer, and that one off the foot. It's to second base, to flip back to first, and it is hit time. And the ultra rare 3-4-3 put out at first as it bounced off the foot of Eliza Klein. Good heads-up awareness at second base by Grimsley to get it back to Klein, Schilling out. And that is indeed a 3-4-3 putout to end the top of the 3rd inning. 3 runs across, none earned for the Parker's Prairie Panthers. They do it on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. We head to the home half of inning number 3 on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction of Pillager scoreboard. It is Parker's Prairie 16 and Pillager nothing. We're back after this on yourliveevent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-cord bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
We welcome you back to, as we go to the bottom of the third inning, Parker's Prairie is up 16-0. And we have a first pitch called strike to Eliza Klein to lead things off. For the Huskies, Klein singled her first time up against Sydney Lorene, who's been in the circle from the start for Parker's Prairie, the freshman. And a called strike two quickly in front, 0-2 here in the bottom of the third inning for Pillager. Klein, Rudrud, Featherston due up for the Huskies. And now the pitch, and that one down low for a ball. Lorene trying to get to the bottom of the zone. 1-2 to Klein. Awalt, the senior, or excuse me, the freshman for Pillager, was announced as a replacement for Maddie Holsapple, the senior who was at first base. 16-0 in favor of Parker's Prairie. A long look for the pitch call from Sydney Lorene. Here it comes to Klein, and that one low and off the plate. 2-2. Devin Kruger here with you. Thanks, of course, to our sponsors helping us bring you today's contest. Here's the 2-2, and inside, just missed. Boy, great spot by Lorene. And Klein maybe a little bit fortunate she didn't get rung up on that one. Full count. Leadoff batter in the home third for the Huskies. The pitch upstairs, and Klein ends up drawing the free pass. Second walk issued by Sydney Lorene, the freshman, and here's Bailey Redrood. Singled her first time up. She's 1 for 1. 16-0 Parker's Prairie, game one of our doubleheader today. Huskies have had the leadoff runner on in each of the 3 innings thus far, and there is a swing and a foul off to the right side over the Huskies dugout. 0-1 to the senior right fielder, Redrood. Huskies have 3 hits through the first 2 innings, have committed 4 fielding errors. Only 7 of the 16 Parker's Prairie runs are earned. Here's a pitch and a swing, and that one popped. Was that fouled? It was. I didn't know if she got a piece of that. She didn't. Klein was on her way to second as it hopped out of the glove of Van Batavia. No balls, 2 strikes to Rudrud. Lorene ready, the rock and fire, a swing and a miss. The throw down to first and back safely. Boy, Van Batavia with a quick snap throw and nearly double off Klein as Rudrud down on strikes. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Lorene. Here's Grayson Featherston. She struck out her first time up. Here's the pitch from Lorene, and it's upstairs for ball 1. 1 out in the bottom of the third. Runner at first for the Huskies, down 16-0 to the Panthers, who are looking for their 7th straight win in the series. There's a swing and a fly to right and deep. Hit well, heading back, and it's down at the bottom of the fence. Heading to third is Klein Featherston, slides into second. Klein rounds third, heads for home, and the Huskies are on the board. Now Featherston's going to advance to third on the throw to the plate. Featherston with an RBI double to deep right center field. And heads to third on the throw home. The Huskies are on the board. Liza Klein scoring all the way from first base. Makes it 16-1. Here's Sophia Schrum, 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. The pitch from Lorene down in the dirt, 1-0. Lena Fritz very aggressive, sending Klein home all the way. And now here's a swing and a foul at the plate. 1-1 for Schrum. Miranda Harding due up next. Sid Lorene looking into the dugout for the pitch call. Schrum ready. Here's the pitch upstairs. And now a throw back to third, and Featherston dives back in safely, and then Brooke Schilling held the tag on her, just seeing if she might pop up off the bag prematurely, and Featherston wisely called for time. 2 balls and a strike to Schrum. We know she's got some good pop to her bat, and she takes a ball inside and gets ahead 3-1. Pillager's next game, so they'll go Friday, Saturday. Outside of conference play, here's the pitch, and that one missed outside. I had that as ball 4. And yes, it is. That is ball 4, and Schrum draws the second walk of the inning against Sydney Lorene. Runners at the corners now for Miranda Harding, who flew out to center her first time up. Who's it? Oh. And Brianna Iltz is now batting for Miranda Harding. She must have replaced her in the field, and they just didn't announce that or let us know that happens in this game as she takes strike 1 from Lorene. So senior Brianna Iltz. I don't pay enough much of that that much. I don't pay enough attention. Now he's square trying to bunt it. So Iltz is batting instead of Harding. 16-1 Parker's Prairie. 1 out in the bottom of inning number 3. Runners are at the corners for the Huskies. Lorene up 0-2 on Iltz, and that one inside backed her up. Greta Grimsley on deck for the Huskies, barring a double play. She'll have a crack at it. Here's the pitch, and that one a called strike 3. Schrum heading to second base, and Parker's Prairie ended up not paying any attention to her. Defensive indifference as Iltz called out on strike 3. 4th strikeout of the day for Sydney Lorene. 2 outs in the home third for the Huskies. Runners at second and third for Greta Grimsley, who singled her first time up. First pitch way up high, ball 1. Snap throw again back to third, and again Featherston gets back safely and calls for time. She's got a smile on her face. Doesn't mind playing the game. She's having fun. First of 2 in this Park Region battle. Pillager 5-10, Parker's Prairie 9-2, and now one just missing down low. 2-0. 2-0 on Grimsley. 16-1 Parker's Prairie advantage here in the bottom of the third. And now upstairs, and Grimsley's ahead 3 balls, no strikes. Kaya Dumprope is on deck for Pillager. Here it comes from Lorene, and that one in the dirt, nicely scooped by Van Batavia to keep the runners at second and third. Grimsley draws a walk. That is the 3rd walk issued this inning, 4th overall for Sydney Lorene, as she has now struggled with control a little bit, although she say that, and she has 2 strikeouts as well. Dumprope reached on a walk her first time up, and the first pitch is a called strike, 0-1. 16-1 Parker's Prairie in front. Bottom of the third. Bases loaded for the Huskies for the first time. The pitch to Dumprope, swinging a fly to right. That one's dropping fast. It's in for a base hit. Featherston will score. Schrum rounds third. She's coming home. The throw, the tag, and not in time. She got just underneath it. Dump rope, a 2-run single to right. Featherston and Schrum score. Grimsley ends up at third. Runners at the corners. And that brings us to 16-3 in favor of the Parkers Prairie Panthers. And now here comes Haley Awalt, 8th batter of the inning for the Huskies. She struck out her first time against Lorene. And Nevaeh Awalt is now in the on-deck circle. She had checked in. It was announced for Maddie Holsapple at the start of this bottom of the third. Now here's a swing and a chopper right back to Lorene. The throw to first, and on a single pitch, Haley Awalt is out on a 1-3 putout that retires the side. Pillager able to tack on a few here in the bottom of the third. They score 3 runs. They do it on 2 hits. 3 walks helped out, no errors on Parkers Prairie, and 2 runners were left on base. We will head to the 4th. Our new score on the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. Parkers Prairie 16, Pillager 3 here on your liveevent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-cord bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
We welcome you back to Pillager. Devin Kruger here with you. As it's Kaylee Holsapple getting ready to go back to work in the circle for the Pillager Huskies. 16-3, Parkers Prairie through 3 innings. Parkers Prairie 16 runs on 11 hits, 5 left on, 13 of those runs in the first inning. Pillager, 3 runs on 5 hits, 5 left on. Huskies have 4 fielding errors compared to 0 for Parkers Prairie. So we go to the top of the 4th inning with Parkers Prairie holding a comfortable lead back to 13. They will have 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the top of the 4th. Henley Murnack leads off, followed by Amelia Van Batavia and Alyssa Revering. So Kaylee Holsapple, the freshman, firing for the Huskies, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. Murnack so far 0 for 1 with a couple of walks, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a liner foul. Nevaeh Awalt is now at first base for the Huskies. She came in and batted for Maddie Holsapple. The Huskies still have the DP, Eliza Klein, in effect. 1 ball, 1 strike to Murnack. And here's a swing and a roller to third. Dump rope with a bit of a bobble. The throw to first, and it is in time. Just a beater, 5-3 on the putout. Second time that Murnack has grounded out to third. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Amelia Van Batavia will step in 2 for 3. Had a double and a single, 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored in the first inning. Then grounded out to lead off the 3rd. Nobody on and 1 out here in the top of the 4th. And Holsapple swing and a miss. Little bit in front of that was Van Batavia. Sophia Schrum she'll get the pitch call from the Pillager dugout. Here it comes, and that one well off the plate outside, 1-1. This is game 1 of 2. We'll have the post-game recap, maybe take a short break between games so I can get the lineups. And then come back with The second game of our double dip. Parker's Prairie will be the home team, and now Holsapple, that one hit the dirt and then hopped up and hit Van Batavia in the leg. So that'll be a hit batsman. And the leadoff, one out run, base runner for Parker's Prairie. This gets a little interesting at 16-3, so the 15-run rule at the end of 4 is not into effect unless Parker's Prairie can get 2 more runs here in the top of the 4th. Clearly the 10-run after 5 rule is still in play, and now here's a pitch, and that one missed. Now a throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base for Van Batavia. That is her 7th of the year, and it was ball 1 to Alyssa Revering, who is 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. Again, had 3 RBIs with a single and a double in the 13-run first inning for Parker's Prairie, as there is a called strike for the freshman Holsapple. 1-1, 1 out here in the top of the 4th for Parker's Prairie with a runner at second. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a high fly. Center field, long run, making the catch in center is Haley Awalt, and there's 2 away. And that one measured up right off the bat. Nice high fly ball. 2 down for Lily Steidel. Steidel, the right fielder, 2 for 2, pair of singles, a walk, a pair of runs scored today for the Panthers. First one in the dirt, and a nice scoop by Schramm behind the plate. 1-0 to Steidel. Parker's Prairie dugout with the chatter. Here's one, that one in the dirt again, and again Schramm did a nice job just staying in front. 2-0 to the Panthers right fielder. Steidel came in a .250 hitter, and now he's swinging a roller back up the middle, through for a base hit. Van Batavia is rounding third. She will come home. The throw cut off by the pitcher, but heading to second on the throw home will be Steidel. That is a 3-hit day with 2 RBIs for the senior right fielder. Scoring for the 3rd time today is Van Batavia. Now 17-3 on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction of Pillager scoreboard. If you have a project calling for concrete, if you want to try to get in for 2026, better call it. They're a busy crew. Call Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction of Pillager. Here's a first pitch swinging a pop-up by Hannah Helling and caught at second base for the 3rd out. Top of the 4th, another run for the Parker's Prairie Panthers. 1 run on 1 hit, no Pillager errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll head to the home 4th, and our new score on that Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard, it's Parker's Prairie 17, Pillager 3 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
To the home 4th we go. We'll play at least 5 here in game number 1, as Sydney Lorraine will face 9, 1, and 2 in the Pillager order. Freshman Nevaeh Awalt will step in for the first time. Maddie Holsapple, the senior, started at first base and went 0 for 1. So Nevaeh Awalt will step in to lead off the 4th. Liza Klein and Bailey Rodrud also due up for the Huskies. Awalt in for the first time. Nevaeh Awalt, and a late swing and a miss on the fastball from Lorraine, who was up above around the shoulders. It's 0-1. 13 in the first, 4 in the third for Parker's Prairie. Actually make that 3 in the third and 1 in the fourth. There's a called strike, and quickly Nevaeh Awald down 0-2 in the count. Call the pitch in, and Sydney Lorene looks at the wristband, and there's a called strike 3, and on 3 pitches, Nevaeh Awald is rung up on strikes. 5th strikeout today for Sydney Lorene, and 1 away quickly here in the bottom of the 4th for Eliza Klein, who is 1 for 1 with a single, a walk, and a run scored. She led off the 3rd with a walk. Pillager got 3, and now she swings and fouls one off the end of the bat towards the Parker's Prairie dugout, 0-1. They retrieve that one in foul territory, get it back to Lorene. Post-game recap, notes, numbers, awards, our big deal, and Enbridge I Bring the Energy players of the game. Won't do interviews between the games because we want to make sure we have time to get the lineups for game 2 as the 0-1 dips low, 1-1 decline. Game 2 of the doubleheader. See a couple of breaks in the clouds. Boy, would that be a nice treat if we could get some sunshine here today. Sun hits you on days like today, it instantly feels about 8 degrees warmer. Here's a chopper right to the shortstop, Skoglund, and the young 8th grader stayed with it, hip, high, hop, and made it look very routine on the 6-3 putout. 2 up, 2 down here in the Huskies' 4th. We have not yet seen a 1-2-3 inning, and here's Bailey Redrood, 1 for 2 with a single in the first and a strikeout in the third. 17-3, Parker's Prairie in front. Home half of the 4th here in Pillager for game 1, and the pitch upstairs for a ball. After a lopsided game 1, at least for right now, there is another one that misses 2-0. I mean, barring a Pillager rally, and a big rally at that, it'll be interesting to see if there's much for changes or what changes we'll see for game 2 from these two teams. Now Lorene misses inside, almost hit her. And Redrood gets way in front, 3-0 for the senior right fielder. Quick peek down to Coach Fritz. Nobody aboard. Here's the pitch and a swing, and boy, she had the green light, fouled it straight back. Down 17-3, why not? Let your senior rip. 3 balls and a strike now to Redrood. Van Batavia will give the target behind the dish. Here's the pitch and a swing and a pop-up. Left side, Skoglund backpedaling, man. She will reach behind and make the catch at the edge of the grass. And for the first time today, we see a 1-2-3 inning as the Huskies go down in order in the bottom of the 4th. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Same score on the shingle-decker concrete and construction of Pillager scoreboard after 4. Parker's Prairie 17, Pillager 3. On to the 5th on yourliveevent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager. 218-746-4131.
Devin Kruger back with you. We head to the top of inning number 5. Park Region Conference doubleheader. Parker's Prairie leading 17-3. Sounded like there were more changes for the Huskies. Looks like the Huskies have a new first baseman. Of course, they don't report it to the press box. They just give it to the other coach. That's customary. And Looks like they still have Iltz out in left. Rudrud in right. Haley Awalt in center. Looks like it's a new first baseman, and I just don't know the gals enough, and they're wearing sweatshirts because it's cold outside. So no name on it. Over at first base, there is a new first baseman. And it's Audrey Hollingsworth at first, and the first pitch, a bouncer to third, and Kai Dumprope with a good strong throw to first. And Autumn Hartman leading off for Parkers Prairie, grounds out into a 5-3 putout on the first pitch. She's now 0 for 3 on the day. Top of the order now, Sydney Loreen and Bree Skoglund. So for Pillager, that is Audrey Hollingsworth at first base now. And of course, gets put into action and has to make a play on the first one. Here's the 1-0 to Loreen. That one high and wide, 2-0. Kaylee Holsapple doing the pitching for the Huskies, continuing on here in the fifth. And there is a called strike, 2-1 on Sydney Loreen. One out in the top of the fifth, a 17-3 Parkers Prairie lead. Game one of our twin billing here today. The 2-1, and that one off the plate outside, 3-1. Second full inning of work for the freshman Holsapple for the Huskies. And they pitch that one down low, and that'll be a walk to Loreen. Second walk drawn by Loreen. First walk issued by Holsapple as she has come in to pitch. Runner on first, one out. Top of the fifth inning for Bree Skoglund, who is 0 for 2, but she's been on base 3 times and has scored twice, a couple of walks, and reached on an error. Has also flown out, and the first pitch just below the zone, ball 1. Runner at first with 1 away. A 17-3 lead for the visiting Parkers Prairie Panthers. They'll be the home team in game 2. Now upstairs by Holsapple, 2-0. Pillager has used 3 pitchers today. Senior Haley Hansen got the start but had a rough outing. Walked 4 batters and then was pulled for the sophomore Emma Sen. She went 2 2/3, and now Holsapple in as there's a swing and a miss by the 8th grade shortstop Bree Skoglund. 2-1. A lot of encouragement from the Pillager coaches for the Youngs hurler, and now one in the dirt and smothered by Schramm, but not smothered enough as heading to second on the wild pitch. That one was in the dirt, so officially a wild pitch. Charge to Holsapple. Loreen is in scoring position. 3-1 now to Skoglund. The pitch from Holsapple low and inside, and it's back-to-back walks after the leadoff out. Third time today that Skoglund has drawn the free pass. First and second out for Brooke Schilling, with the Parkers Prairie Panthers up big 17-3 here in game 1. Schilling 1 for 3 with a couple of runs. Here's the pitch from the freshman Holsapple. Swinging a liner, left center field. That one's down. Iltz makes the play, gets it into Featherston quickly and holds it to a single where everybody just moves up a station. Single for Schilling. That is her second hit. Bases loaded for Parkers Prairie for Henley Murnack, who is 0 for 2. A couple of walks, a couple of runs back in that 13-run first inning for Parkers Prairie. 17-3 for the Panthers. Infield comes in for the Huskies, and the first pitch upstairs, ball 1. On one pitch, Huskies got the leadoff ground out. Then back-to-back walks and a single. Base pads loaded again, full of Panthers. Here comes the pitch from Holsapple. Pop-up, infield fly rule. Batter will be out, and Holsapple will make the catch for out number 2, and that brings up the freshman catcher, Amelia Van Batavia. Bottom of the 5th, Huskies will have 3, 4, and 5 due up. They would need a big crooked number to keep this one going past 5 today. 17-3 in favor of Parkers Prairie. Here's the pitch to Van Batavia, and it misses for a ball. The freshman catcher has had a really nice day at the plate. 2 for 3 with a double, 3 driven in. She's also scored 3 times. She's been on base 3 times, scored 3 times. Here's the 1-0 upstairs, and the freshman catcher gets way ahead 2-0. At third is Loreen, second Skoglund, Schilling at first. Here's the 2-0 from Holzapfel, swinging a bouncer, left side, Featherston, the scoop, the flip to third, and that'll do it for the top of the 5th. Fielder's choice for Van Batavia. Forced out at third is Skoglund, 6-5 for the third out. Parker's Prairie does not score in the top of the 5th inning. They grab 1 hit, no Husky errors, 3 runners left on base. On the shingle-decker concrete and construction of Pillager scoreboard, we go to the home 5th. Parker's Prairie leading Pillager 17-3 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
We hope you...
We welcome you back as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Parker's Prairie with some changes. New pitcher, the 8th grader from shortstop, Bree Skoglund, will go in to pitch after 4 innings for Sydney Loreen. Loreen will head out to center field, and Autumn Hartman will go from center to shortstop. Skoglund on the year, 6 innings pitched. She has a 1-0 record, 3 runs, none earned on 3 hits, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. So her ERA is 0 in her short stint so far. This is her 3rd appearance of the year. She'll face 3, 4, and 5 for the Huskies order. Pillager 5-10 coming in. Parker's Prairie at 9-2. 17-3. Pillager would need at least 5 runs here in the bottom of the 5th to continue this first game. If they're unable to do that, then we'll head to the post game and then get you ready for game 2 of this Park Region doubleheader. Featherston 1 for 2 with an RBI double and a run in that 3-run third. Huskies all 3 runs in the 3rd inning. Then Sophia Schramm and Brianna Eilts due up for Pillager here in the home 5th. A 17-3 lead for the visiting Parker's Prairie Panthers. 69 pitches through 4 innings for Loreen as first pitch misses for a ball. Loreen's line for Parker's Prairie, 4 innings, 3 runs, all earned on 5 hits, 4 walks, and she struck out 5. Bree Skoglund, the 8th grader, throwing now, and that one just below the zone, looked really close, 2-0 to Featherston. So at the big margin and another game to go. Co-head coach Mike Loreen makes the change as Featherston watches high and outside and gets ahead now 3-0. Skoglund with an extra spin of the ball. The 3-0, and it's upstairs, and it's a 4-pitch walk to lead off the home 5th. Sometimes these are those opportunities you take, though. Get a young pitcher in there and let her work through a couple things. Sophia Strom steps in 0 for 1 with a walk and a fielder's choice. So she's on base twice. Run at first, nobody out. Skoglund delivers and a swing and a miss. Got that one past Strom, 0-1, and a snap throw to first and back safely. Featherston definitely likes tempting the catchers. She's gotten thrown behind several times today, getting a big jump off the base pads. 0-1 to Schrum. The senior catcher in, and there is a swing and a miss as Skoglund keep the ball at the bottom of the zone. It's 0-2. Strom taking a long look down at Coach Fritz. Skoglund was ready to fire, and she wasn't in the box. Now here's one, and it's upstairs. Came with a bit of a rise, and it's 1-2. Devin Kruger here with you. Huskies back home Friday against Crosby Ironton. Saturday under the lights versus Staples Mountain. I'll be here for that one. Here's a pitch and a swing and a drive to center. Coming in is Lorene. She'll make the catch. Pretty solid shot by Strom, but Lorene able to take a few steps in and make the catch for out number 1. Featherston at first. Here's Brianna Iltz, who struck out her first time up. 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. Runner at first. Parkers Prairie leading 17-3. The pitch from Skoglund. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 as Iltz was way behind. Now the throw back to first. Featherston takes off the throw over to left field. Featherston going to head to third. Here comes the throw, and she's on the bag. Safe. It's a steal of second after the throw went behind her, and then she goes to third on the errant throw by the first baseman. That is the first error by Parkers Prairie today, as Helling airmailed it over Hartman at short. 0-1 to Iltz with a runner at third and 1 away here in the home 5th. Skoglund looks in. Infield comes in for Parkers Prairie. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. Iltz swung right over the top of that one. It's 0-2. Iltz was a strikeout victim her first time up against Sydney Lorene. Everybody's ready as here's the 0-2, and that one just missed outside. 1-2 to Iltz. A runner at third for the Huskies with 1 away. The Rockin' Fire up high, and Iltz held off 2-2. That one had her tempted. She checked the swing pretty early, though. The pitch from Skoglund. Swing and a miss. Got Iltz down on strikes. First strikeout for the 8th grader today. That's going to bring Greta Grimsley. Huskies down to their final out here in game number 1. 17-3, Parkers Prairie, 2 outs for Grimsley, who was 1 for 1. First pitch, swing and a miss, was over the top of it. It's 0-1. Single in the second, a walk in the third for Grimsley today. Featherston is at third. Led the inning off with a walk. Steal and an error put her at third base. Here's the pitch, and Grimsley swing and a miss. Got ahead of her on that one. Nice little change of pace there for Skoglund. 0-2 on the sophomore second baseman for the Huskies. Okay, dump rope hoping for a chance in the on-deck circle. The pitch, that one just off the play. Boy, that one didn't miss by much. Tough one to take, but Grimsley held off. One ball and 2 strikes. Here it comes, and a swing and a miss, and Skoglund back-to-back strikeouts puts an exclamation point on this one here in game number 1. Huskies down in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error on Parkers Prairie, and 1 runner left on base. Game 1 is a final here in Pillager. Parkers Prairie with the victory. That's 7 straight for the Panthers in the series, as this one is a final on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard, 17-3. We will take a break. When we come back, we will recap game 1. We'll start getting you set for game 2 shortly. Notes, numbers, post-game award winners all coming up here on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager, 218-746-4131.
We hope you don't, but let's face it, accidents happen. Think TNT Auto Body and Glass when you need auto body repair, painting, and windshield replacement. They'll work with your insurance company. TNT Auto Body and Glass, Highway 210 and County Road 18, next to the corner store. The Pillager Booster Club is full of Husky pride. If you're a parent or a fan of Pillager activities, get involved with the Pillager Booster Club. Volunteer at their fun events to help fundraise. Meetings are just one night a month, and your input is valuable. The Booster Club gives back to all Pillager Huskies activities, clubs, and events. Any and all donations are greatly accepted and tax deductible. For information on how you can get involved, go to PillagerBoosterClub.com. Go Huskies and pull the sled.
Hi, I'm Susan Schmidt at First Western Bank. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day roles to best serve our community. We know the area high school athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this season. Be safe on the court, rink, field, and in the gym. We look forward to watching you succeed. We're not just here for you, we are you. First Western Bank. You can bank on us. Member FDIC, equal.
When you have a project calling for concrete, contact the pros at Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction, offering high-quality professional masonry and concrete services to Pillager and the Brainerd Lakes area. The team of skilled craftsmen with Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction is ready to help you for your foundations, patios, driveways, colored and stamped concrete, and much, much more. For your residential or light commercial concrete jobs, call Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction at 218-639-2374. Fully licensed and offering free estimates.
Good food. We welcome you back. Game one goes to Parker's Prairie 17-3. Puts the Panthers at 10-2 on the season, 9-2 in Park Region action. Devin Kruger here with you. Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard got lit up in the top of the first inning as the Parker's Prairie Panthers scored 13 runs in the first inning. They scored the 13 runs on 8 hits, a couple of Pillager errors, some walks. Senior Haley Hansen, unfortunately for the Huskies, a tough outing tonight as she faced 4 batters, walking all of them. They all came around to score. 13 runs as 18 batters came to the plate for Parker's Prairie in the top of the first inning. So it's 13-0 right off the bat. Stayed that way until the third inning when Parker's Prairie scored 3 more on a pair of hits. Made it 16-0. Pillager got a few back in the bottom of the third, 3 runs on 2 hits, and it was 16-3. Parker's Prairie added 1 more in the top of the fourth inning, and it was that gives us our final on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard, 17-3. Running down the stats for game number 1. Taking the loss in the circle for the Huskies was Haley Hansen. Again, four batters faced, 4 walks, all came around to score. Emma Sen, the sophomore, came in, went 2 2/3, allowed 12 runs, only 3 earned on 11 hits, 3 walks, and a strikeout. And then Kaylee Holsapple, the freshman, came in, finished up with the final 2 1/3 for the Huskies, allowed 1 run on 2 hits. The run was earned and a couple of walks. Scoring the win for Parker's Prairie was the freshman Sydney Lorene, went 4 innings, allowed 3 runs, all earned on 5 hits, 4 walks, and struck out 5. And then Bree Skoglund came in to finish it up in the final inning. The 1 inning, no runs, no hits, 1 walk with a pair of strikeouts. In the hitting department for game number 1, Pillager 3 runs on 5 hits. They had 4 errors in the field. They left 6 runners left on base. Eliza Klein at the top 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Bailey Rudwood was 1 for 3. Grayson Featherstone was 1 for 2 with a double, an RBI, a walk, and a run scored. Had an RBI double in the third and came around to score. Sophia Strom, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Miranda Harding got the start out in left field. She went 0 for 1. Brianna Alt, the senior, got some time out there in left field as well. She went 0 for 2 at the plate. Greta Grimsley, 1 for 2 with a walk. Kaya Dumprope was 1 for 1 with a 2-run single back in the third inning and also walked and stole a base. Haley Awalt was 0 for 2. Maddie Holsapple was 0 for 1. And Nevaeh Awalt had an at-bat and went 0 for 1 as well for the Huskies. 3 runs on 5 hits. For the Parker's Prairie Panthers, 17 runs on 13 hits, 1 error in the field, 9 runners left on base. Sydney Lorene was 2 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs, a stolen base, couple of walks, and a run scored. Bree Skoglund was 0 for 2 with 3 walks and 2 runs scored. Brooke Schilling was 2 for 4 with a walk and a pair of runs. Henley Murnack was 0 for 3 with an RBI, a couple of walks, and 2 runs scored. Emilia Van Batavia, 2 for 4 with a double, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Alyssa Revering, 2 for 4 with a double, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Lily Steidel, 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a walk, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Anna Helling was 2 out of 4 with an RBI. She scored twice. And Autumn Hartman was 0 for 3 with a run scored for the Panthers. Parker's Prairie with a big win in Game 1, running their win streak against the Huskies to 7. It is 17-3 on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. When we come back, we'll name the post-game award winners, and then we'll probably take a little bit of a break. We'll get the lineups. We'll get you ready for game number 2 with the Panthers and the Huskies. Post-game award winners for Game 1 when we come back on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. 17-3 your final. Parker's Prairie with the win here on your liveevent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillager's finest child care center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210 just west of Pillager. 218-746-4131.
Welcome back to Pillager Game 1. Parker's Prairie with the victory, 17-3. Let's name our post-game award winners. As first up, we'll name our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. As for the Parker's Prairie Panthers, going to go with the senior right fielder, Lily Steidel. Reached base all 4 times at the plate. Only one outside of Sydney Lorene that got on base every time at the plate and went 3 for 3. Couple of RBIs. And had a couple of runs scored as well. Nice day at the plate for Lily Steidel, the senior right fielder. Like going with seniors when we get a chance as well for the Parker's Prairie Panthers. Our big deal of the game, which of course our big deal brought to you by a host of area businesses, including Matson Lumber of Nisswa, Donlinger Automotive in Brainerd, BigDealAuctions.com, Tykes Carpet Castle of Brainerd, Hills Auto and Tinting Solutions of Baxter, Atwater Chevrolet GMC of Aiken, the Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products of Brainerd, Wide's Major Appliance in Brainerd, and the big deal, let's go with another senior for the Panthers, senior Alyssa Revering, the left fielder in that first inning. Delivered an RBI single, came around to score. Then in the same inning, delivered a 2-run double for runs 17 and 18, I believe. Nope, for runs 10 and 11 in that inning. The 13-run first inning, she had 3 RBIs. She ended up 2 for 4 with the double, the 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Alyssa Revering, the big deal for the Parker's Prairie Panthers. Panthers get the win in Game 1, 17-3 on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. We will send it to just for a break. We'll take you back to our coming up screen. We'll get the lineups. We'll get everything set for Game 2, and we'll get you rolling for the second of our doubleheader between Parker's Prairie and Pillager coming up here on your liveevent.com. And welcome back to Pillager. Devin Kruger here with you as we get set for game 2 of our doubleheader. Going to go right into lineups and getting things started. Parker's Prairie won the first game by the final score of 17-3. As Parker's Prairie will be the home team in game number 2. With the win, the Parker's Prairie Panthers now 10-2 on the season, 9-2 in the Park Region Conference. Changes kind of all around as for positions as Alyssa Revering, the senior, will get the start. She has not pitched yet this year. I know co-head coach Mike Loreen had said that she had just gotten back from injuries, so she is going to be the pitcher for the Panthers. Sydney Loreen, the freshman, will be behind the plate. Senior Anna Helling back at first base. Senior Henley Murnack is at second. Senior Brooke Schilling at third. Shortstop is junior Autumn Hartman. Left field, freshman Lilia Van Batavia. Center, 8th grader Bree Skoglund. And right fielder, senior Lily Steidel for Parker's Prairie. Here we go for Pillager, your Valerie Ann's Family Foods batting order. And Eliza Klein will lead things off as a designated player again for the Huskies. Takes up high for a ball from Revering. With our First Western first pitch from First Western Bank. Klein, Rudrud, Featherston, Schramm, Harding, Grimsley, Dumprope, Haley Awalt, and Hollingsworth. As here is a foul ball down the left field side from Klein. It's 1-1 to Eliza, the junior for the Huskies. 1 ball, 1 strike as we're just underway. Kaylee Holsapple, the freshman who finished game 1, will start game 2 for the Huskies in the circle as the 1-1 from Revering drops low, 2-1. Parker's Prairie 7 in a row in the series after taking game 1 here today in this Park Region doubleheader. 2-1 to Eliza Klein. Swing and a miss helped her out on 1 down at the ankles. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pequot Lakes up at Malacca. Pequot Lakes up 6-2 after 2. They got a late start down in Malacca. That's supposed to be a doubleheader on yourliveevent.com. They might only get 1 in. Now here's a floater that just stays wide. And a full count to Klein leading off for the Huskies. Pillars now lost 6 of their last 7, hoping for a big split against one of the top teams in the Park Region Conference. Huskies now 5-11 overall, 3-8 in the Park Region. Full count pitch and fighting one off is Klein. Full count will do it again. Didn't have too long of a break, and why would you on a cold day like today? Here it comes from Revering, and that one rolls in, and Klein will draw a leadoff walk for the Huskies. Brings up Bailey Rudrud. Klein getting 1 for 2 with a run scored in the first game. Rudrud was 1 for 3. With the wind, we're going to have a pinch runner for the Huskies. As hopping in is Layla Fussy, a freshman. Klein is the designated player, so Fussy is a pinch runner, not a courtesy runner here. No score on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. As Rudrud in, first pitch from Revering. Now a snap throw back to first, but back in time is Fussy. We'll get the Valerie Ann's Family Foods lineup for Parker's Prairie in the bottom half of the first. 1 ball, no strikes to the senior right fielder Rudrud. And this one off the plate and heading to second is Fussy on the wild pitch.
All right, Bailey, trade places now. Big hit, Bailey.
And now a 2-0 start for Rudrud. Parker's Prairie got the first game off. First game started today with a big-time bang with 13 runs. Pillager going to try to strike early here. Runner in second. Left side of the infield is in front of the bag. Here's the pitch from Revering. And that one a called strike, 2-1 now. Just underway in game 2. Saw a few breaks in the clouds, but no sun to peek out yet. Wind has died down just a little bit, but blowing straight up center. Now he's a soft liner, caught by the shortstop. The throw back to second. They will double off Fussy in a big double play for the Parkers Prairie Panthers. Well, that's where playing up for Hartman at short really paid off. Rudridge caught one off the handle, a little flare, and then Fussy, too far off of second, gets doubled off 6-4. And just like that, 2 down with nobody on for the Huskies in the top of the first for Grace Featherston. The sophomore shortstop was 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run in the first game, and the first pitch from Revering skips in well before the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Of course, I said the wind had died down just a little bit, and then a gust came. That's the announcer jinx in full effect, as there's a pitch just off the plate outside. 2-0. Nobody aboard for the Huskies, 2 away. Top of the first, just getting game 2 started here. The pitch and a swing and a soft little flare. That one's going to drop on the infield, but behind Hartman at short, and Featherston with a single with 2 down. That brings up the senior catcher, Sophia Schramm. Schramm was 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Parkers Prairie winning game 1 17-3 in 5 innings. And the first one to Schramm down low for ball 1, and Sydney Lorene, who was the starting pitcher for Parkers Prairie and got the win in the circle in game 1, behind the plate for game 2. And the Panther catcher's not afraid to throw behind a runner to try to pick him off. Here's the pitch from Revering, swinging a chopper left side. Easy hop for Schilling. The throw on to first in plenty of time, and that will retire the side here in the top of the first inning. For the Huskies, no runs on a hit. No errors on the Panthers, and 1 left on the base pads. Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction of Pillager brings us your scoreboard during Huskies games, and we have no score. The second game 2 lineup and the bottom of the first. Right after this, no score on yourliveevent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods, located at the edge of the beautiful Pillsbury Forest, 5 miles north of Pillager, just off County Road 1.
Pillagers.
We welcome you back. The umpire is going into the Parkers Prairie dugout, so there's clearly a change or something given to him from the Huskies lineup. Valerie Ann's Family Foods starting lineup and batting order for Parkers Prairie in game 2. Freshman catcher Sydney Lorene will lead off, followed by 8th grader in center field, Bree Skoglund. Senior third baseman Brooke Schilling batting 3rd. Senior second baseman Henley Murnack hitting 4th. Freshman left fielder Amelia Van Batavia, who was the catcher in game 1. She's out in left in game 2. She'll hit 5th. Senior pitcher Alyssa Revering hitting 6th. Hitting 7th, senior right fielder Lily Steidel. Senior first baseman Anna Helling hitting 8th. And junior shortstop Autumn Hartman batting 9th for Parkers Prairie. So the same batting order, just some position shifting for the 10-2 Parkers Prairie Panthers. Kaylee Holsapple will get the ball for the Huskies here in game 2. The freshman pitched the final 2 1/3 in game 1, allowing just 1 run on 2 hits with a pair of walks, did not record a strikeout. So that's your batting order for Parkers Prairie. Thanks to Valerie Ann's Family Foods in Ossipee for bringing you your batting orders. Place your order with Valerie Ann's, featuring breakfast, lunch, and their famous single-serving dinners. Pick one up fresh for the night or stock up with frozen entrees for the week. Valerie Ann's Family Foods in Ossipee between Cross Lake and Merrifield on County Road 3. First Western, first pitch in the bottom of the first inning. Game 2 of this doubleheader. No score. And here comes the Sydney Lorene, and it's a called strike. 0-1 from Kaylee Holsapple, the freshman for the Pillager Huskies. So freshman versus freshman right out of the gate here in game 2, and the next one misses well off the plate wide, 1-1. Pillager defense, Audrey Hollingsworth at first base. Behind the plate is again Sophia Schramm, the senior. And now time had been called as Lorene was out of the batter's box, and Holsapple was starting her windup before the batter was ready. So now umpire steps out and has everything reset. Sometimes a lot of batters will stay in the box. Now swinging a pop foul. 1 and 2 on Lorene. So the Pillager defense, you got Hollingsworth at first base, Grimsley again at second, Featherston at short, and Dumprope at third, Harding at left, Haley Ewalt in center, and Bailey Redwood in right. The 1-2 pitch misses, and I think I have 2 and 2 now. Scoreboard shows 2 and 1. Here is the pitch from Holsapple, and there's a called strike. And that is strike 2, so now it looks like we have it right. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter for the Parker's Prairie Panthers. Holsapple, the rock and fire in the dirt. Full count to the leadoff batter in Sydney Lorene. Full count to lead things off here in the bottom of the first, and that one low and outside, and a leadoff walk drawn by Lorene, which was how the first game started, and then Parker's Prairie turned that into a 13-run top of the first inning. Pillager had a leadoff walk in the top half of the first, did not do anything with it. Now here's 8th grade center fielder now in game 2, Bree Skoglund. She squares up, and the pitch up over everybody. Runner was going, and Lorene will take a turn at second but stay there. It'll be a stolen base as she was on the run. Lorene in the first game was 2 for 3 with a double, pair of RBIs, and a run. Skoglund was 0 for 2, walked 3 times and scored twice. No score, bottom of the first in game 2. And now a swing and a pop foul behind the plate, not a play. 1 and 1 now to Skoglund. Saturday's Under the Lights game with Staples Motley will be on Cash 95.9 online at rjbroadcasting.com. As here's a square up, and it's tried to bunt it, and Skoglund pushed it foul. Started bringing the bat back, made contact, and just pushed it right towards the Pillager dugout. So now a ball and 2 strikes to the Panthers center fielder. Runner at second, the pitch from Holsapple down low, and Lorene with a really big secondary jump off the bag, and Schrum has to just walk it out a little bit. Make sure she didn't think of getting sneaky and swiping a bag. 2 and 2 to Skoglund. Now the pitch, and a swing and a soft little flare right to Featherston, and no chance to throw Lorene at second. Grimsley was on her way, but a little better reflexes by Lorene as she got back. Line out by Skoglund, 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Here's senior third baseman Brooke Schilling. Hitting .276 entering play today. 2 for 4 with a pair of runs. She squares up, takes a strike on the first pitch from Holsapple. Trying to look back at the first game, and the wind's not making it easy in my book. Here's another one, and that one low and outside. That one's going to get away. Lorene's going to head to third on the wild pitch. 2-0 to Brooke Schilling. Everybody set with a runner at third now for the Panthers. And the pitch high and out, 3-0 to Schilling. Pequot Lakes up 13-2 after 2.5 innings down at Malacca. Here's the pitch, and that one down low and inside. Schramm nicely scooped it up. Oh, one of those must have been a strike. 3-1 now. That one was definitely a ball. I missed one there. 3-1 on Schilling. With a runner at third and 1 away. Holsapple delivers, and that one inside, and that'll be another walk. Schilling draws the free pass. Runners at the corners now for Henley Murnack. Murnack 0 for 3 with a couple of walks and RBI and 2 runs scored in game number 1. And I didn't pay enough attention. Brooks Schilling ended up at second base. Rounded first and just went right to second. And a lot of teams will do that, knowing that if there's a throw to second, the runner at third is going to break for home. First pitch from Holsapple, low and outside. Ball 1 to Murnack. So second and third for Parkhurst Prairie, looking for another big start to the game. Here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 out. And to Murnack, that one inside, and Holsapple falls behind 2-0 to the senior second baseman. Pillager infield playing straight up. Holsapple checks in with Schrum. Here's the 2-0, and a check swing and a ball high. That one didn't miss by a whole lot, but above the letters, and now 3-0 on Henley Murnack. Parkhurst Prairie put up 13 in the first inning of the first game today. Amelia Van Batavia is on deck, and that one in the dirt. Schrum keeps it in front. Faked a throw back to first, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Murnack. Third walk of the inning issued by Holsapple. Bases loaded for Parkhurst Prairie with 1 out for the freshman left fielder, Amelia Van Batavia. Came in hitting .267 on the day, 2 for 4 with a double and 3 driven in game 1. And the first pitch is off the plate outside, ball 1. No score on the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. Parkhurst Prairie trying to change that quickly again here in game number 2. Here's the wind and fire. That one way up. That one's going to go to the backstop, and rushing in, Lorraine will slide in safe as everyone moves up, and it's 1-0 Parkhurst Prairie. Wild pitch brings in a run here in the bottom half of inning number 1. And now it's going to be a ball and no strikes to Van Batavia. Caught in the first game out in left field here in game 2. 2-0 and low and outside, now 3-0. After the pitch in the dirt, they didn't fix the scoreboard, and I thought it was 2-0, and now it is 3-0. Schramm will give the target the pitch, and that one right there for a strike. 3-1. Van Batavia watched a good one go by on 3-0. Again, a big thanks to all of our sponsors. Coverage is not possible without them. As here is a 3-1, and that one low and inside, and a walk to Van Batavia. Fourth walk issued today. 1 out, bottom of the first. Excuse me. And Pillager's going to have somebody warm up in case they have to pull an early plug on their starter for game 2. Here's Alyssa Reverine, the senior. First pitch, swing and a foul just over the fence on the right side. Strike 1. Reverine was 2 for 4 with a double, 3 driven in and 2 runs scored in game 1. The senior goes from left field in game 1 to pitching here in game number 2. First action in the circle for the senior. The next one gets away, flying over the top of everyone, and coming in completely unhinged is Schilling, or uncontested, as that'll be another wild pitch and another run in for Parkhurst Prairie, making it 2-0 now. And the pitch, and that one misses for Reverine, and now 2-1 after the first pitch foul ball. Murnack at third, Van Batavia at second now. Another crooked number to start, as there is a called strike. 2-2 on Reverine. Freshman right-hander Kaylee Holsapple. Pretty good rhythm, gets the sign from Schrum. The wind in the 2-2 off the dirt, and Schrum blocks that one to keep the runners at bay. And a full count to Reverine with Lily Steidel on deck. Holsapple ready. Here it comes, and a swing and a fly to center. Haley Awalt on the run, off the edge of the glove. Runners had to hold, and now Holsapple gets the cutoff as coming in is Murnack. Van Batavia heads to third. I am going to give Revering the base hit and the RBI. An error is considered a routine play, but running full board, Haley Awalt just had that one go off the very edge of her glove. So for me, I don't call that necessarily routine. It is 3-0 Parker's Prairie on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. And now with Revering being the pitcher, we are going to have a courtesy runner here for the Parker's Prairie Panthers. And it's going to be Marissa Dubrowski. So Dubrowski will head to first after the RBI single. Runners at first and third, one out, bottom of the first, a 3-0 Parker's Prairie lead. Here's senior Lily Steidel. And the first pitch from Holsapple up top, heading to second, defensive indifference, no play on Dubrowski. Seventh batter of the inning as Parker's Prairie looking for a huge start again against the Huskies. One out. The 1-0, and a swing and a liner left side. That is fair, just inside the line. Van Batavia and Dubrowski will score. Lily Steidel with a 2-run single to left. The throw came in. She advanced to second. A 2-run single for Steidel and a 5-0 start for Parker's Prairie with one out here in the bottom of the first. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Here's Anna Helling, senior first baseman. First pitch from Holsapple is high and wide, and that'll be another wild pitch heading Steidel to third. 1-0 to Helling. Helling was 2 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs in the Game 1 win for the Panthers, which was 17-3. Here's the pitch. That one is off the play. That one well off. That one's to the backstop. And just sliding in safe. The throw actually got knocked out of the way. Steidel will score on the wild pitch, making it 6-0. Lena Fritz will come out. And mid-batter, we are going to have a change. Don't see that very often, but a change needing to happen for the Huskies again. Anna Helling has a 2-ball, no-strike count. And we'll have a new Husky pitcher when we come back as another big start for the Parker's Prairie Panthers on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. 6-0. Parker's Prairie will reset things when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury 1.
Child Care Center is the Learning Ladder. The Learning Ladder proudly provides safe and reliable care to future Huskies aged 6 weeks through pre-K. The Learning Ladder is looking to grow with several positions open. If you love working with kids, contact them to learn more about opportunities to be part of their great team. The Learning Ladder, loving children, creating futures. The Learning Ladder on Highway 210, just west of Pillager. 218-746-4131. Go Huskies.
But let's face it, accidents happen. Think TNT Auto Body and Glass when you need auto body repair, painting, and windshield replacement. They'll work with your insurance company. TNT Auto Body and Glass, Highway 210 and County Road 18, next to the corner store east of Pillager. The Pillager Booster Club is full of Husky pride. If you're a parent or a fan of Pillager activities, get involved with the Pillager Booster Club. Volunteer at their fun events to help fundraise. Meetings are just one night a month, and your input is valuable. The Booster Club gives back to all Pillager Huskies activities.
Senior Haley Hansen going to come in for the freshman Kaylee Holsapple. Anna Helling, the senior first baseman, has a 2-ball, no-strike count. Bases empty, 1 out. So you've got the line for Holsapple, which we'll get in a moment. So now back to senior battery mates with Hansen and Schrum. And the first pitch from Hansen misses high, 3-0 on Helling. 1/3 of an inning for Holsapple. 6 runs, all earned. 2 hits, 4 walks. And now a pitch, and that one misses high, and it's a walk to Helling. That one officially will be credited to Hanson. And Parker's Prairie bats around in the first inning in game 2. Autumn Hartman, junior shortstop, was out in center field for most of game 1. Was 0 for 3 with a run scored. Squares up to bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. Runner goes, throw to second, and not quite in time. Throws on the first base side in front of the bag. Featherston asking the umpire, it was close. Strom on a hop, but it'll be a stolen bag for Helling. Strike 1 to Hartman, barring a double play. It'll be a whole time through the lineup plus more for Parker's Prairie again in the first inning. Last year, the Panthers swept 10-4 and 8-5. Pretty competitive games. Now here's a bunt. Hartman gets it down. Here's a throw, and it's low, but a nice glove. Flipping it down quickly was Hollingsworth at first. Helling advances to third. It will be a sacrifice bunt for out number 2, 1-3 on the putout. And here comes Sydney Lorraine, the freshman catcher in game 2. Walked and scored already this inning, and she will wrap it around again here in game 2. 6-0 in favor of Parker's Prairie. Bottom of the first, with the Panthers being the home team in game 2. First pitch from Hanson in for a strike. It's 0-1. At third base is Anna Helling. All 6 runs given up by the starter, Kaylee Holsapple. Here's the step of the pitch, and that one off the plate outside, 1-1. Strom tried to frame that one in, not going to do it. One ball, one strike to Lorraine. 2 out in the inning. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a fly short center. That'll drop. It's a base hit. Lorraine is on with an RBI single. Coming in to score is Anna Helling. And a 7-0 start for Parker's Prairie, with Skoglund coming to the plate. Skoglund lined up to Featherston her first time up. And the first pitch is a called strike. Two down, runner at first. Haley Hansen, second pitcher in for the Huskies. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Skoglund tried to wait back on that one and still was ahead of it, 0-2. Parker's Prairie off to a big lead again, and they are looking for 4 straight years of sweeping the Huskies in Park Region play. They're in different sections, of course, different classes even, as there's the 0-2 outside, 1-2. Skoglund steps out of the batter's box. Quick look down to co-head coach Lorraine, and then right back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch that one in the dirt. And Lorraine will swipe second base. Was not moving on the pitch, but as soon as that one hit the dirt, she took off. Wild pitch. Count now 2-2 on Skoglund. Oh my gosh, the sun peeked out. It's about time. Not for long. Now he's on a called strike 3. Haley Hansen, the senior, with a Pizza Ranch strikeout. Buffet your way, buffet all day. Baxter and Little Falls to wrap up another big first inning for the Parker's Prairie Panthers. They score 6 runs. They do it on 3 hits. There were no Pillager errors. A bunch of walks and some wild pitches helped out the Panthers in inning number 1. All runs were earned, and there was 1 runner left on base. Shingle Decker, Concrete and Construction Pillager brings us your scoreboard. If you have a project calling for concrete, contact the pros at Shingle Decker, Concrete and Construction. And if you want to get on the books for 2026, you better call fast. It's 218-639-2374. Shingle Decker, Concrete and Construction. 7-0. Another big first inning for the Panthers here on YourLiveEvent.com. Elena, what was the... So you still have Klein as a DP, right?
Yes,
and
then
then
was Layla Fusi.
And then Klein re-enters?
Yep.
Okay, I just want to double check that. Thank you.
And I'm just going to give you a heads up. If she gets on base, Layla's going to pinch run for her.
And then she'll be the DP the rest of the way, right? Because you can only pinch run and re-enter 1 time. So if Klein gets on and she's replaced, then she's done, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pills County Road 18, next to the corner store east of Pillager. The Pillager Booster Club is full of Husky pride. If you're a parent or a fan of Pillager activities, get involved with the Pillager Booster Club. Volunteer at their fun events to help fundraise. Meetings are just one night a month, and your input is valuable. The Booster Club gives back to all Pillager Huskies activities, clubs, and events. Any and all donations are greatly accepted and tax deductible. For information on how you can get involved, go to PillagerBoosterClub.com. Go Huskies and pull the sled.
Susan Schmidt at First Western Bank. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day roles to best serve our community. We know the area high school athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We wish all local teams good luck.
Here in game 2 for Parker's Prairie after sending 18 to the plate in that first inning in game 1. Here's a pitch from Everett, and that one hits in front of the plate. 2-1 to Harding. And again, following the game here, game 2, post-game recap, notes, numbers, awards, hopefully some interviews as well. The 2-1 to Harding, and that one in for a strike. 2-2. Now again, Alyssa Revering, the senior, missed some time due to injury. This is her first game pitched of the season. We saw some good stuff by the freshman Sydney Loreen and 8th grader Bree Skoglund in game 1. Then Evie Griniger, the top pitcher in terms of innings for Parker's Prairie, not on the roster, not here today. For third, the 2-2 swung on and missed by Harding. Ball popped out of the glove of Loreen, but she fires it to first to officially record the out. 2-3. First strikeout for Revering today. One away to start the top of the second inning here in game 2. Greta Grimsley back at second base for the Huskies. 1 for 2 with a walk and a single in game 1. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. She's quickly behind Revering. Pillager track and field competing in true team. Boy, I feel sorry for the track and field athletes today doing true team sections in this weather. Here's the 1-1. That one fouled off by Grimsley. It's 0-2. Excuse me, 0-2. Not, it wasn't a 1-1 pitch. It was 0-1. Now 0-2. Still a lot of chatter from the Pillager dugout. Here's the pitch from Everett. Change up, got her in front. Strike 3 on the swing. Swing and a miss for strike 3 as that was a beautiful changeup by Revering. Now here's Kaya Dumprope. Sophomore again at third base for the Huskies. 1 for 1 with a 2-run single in game 1. Big swing and a miss on the first offering, and Revering's ahead 0-1 again. Had a walk and then a 2-run single in game number 1. Here's the Ryan and pitch, and it's outside 1-1 to Dumprope. 7-0 Parker's Prairie. We're in the top of the second for game number 2. Wind blowing straight out center field. Here's a pitch on the change out in front again, and swing and a miss as Revering showing a good changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Revering checks in with the pitch call from the dugout. Here it comes, and that one way upstairs. 2-2. That's the definition of a waste pitch there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody aboard here in the top of the second. Here it comes, and that one just missed. Full count to Dumprope. Stephen Lorraine looking inside as well. Catcher needs to know where the pitch is, what kind of pitch, where the location's supposed to be. Full count pitch, and swung on and missed, but it's in the dirt to the backstop. It'll be a strikeout, but on the wild pitch, Dumprope will reach first base. Chased one in the dirt, but the fortunate part about that is that in the dirt, it skipped past Lorraine to the backstop, and Dumprope easily gets to first base. So even though Revering has struck out the side in order, the inning continues. Here's senior center fielder Haley Awalt. Awalt was 0 for 2. First pitch swinging, bouncer right side and through for a base hit. Rounding second is Dumprope. She'll hit the brakes there, and the Huskies have a base hit with 2 down here in the top of the second. First and second now for the sophomore first baseman Audrey Hollingsworth, who played the field but did not have an at-bat in game 1 for the Huskies. 7-0 Parker's Prairie. And the first pitch in the dirt. Runners will advance on the wild pitch. That is 3 wild pitches now for Alyssa Revering. Pillager with runners at second and third. 1-0 on Hollingsworth. And the pitch. That one, ball outside, 2-0. Top of the order, Eliza Klein due up next. Second and third with 2 down here in the top of inning number 2. Coach Fritz with encouragement and miss inside. Revering misses outside, then misses inside, 3-0. Be surprised if she swings at this one, and all she does, and it's 3-1. Missed on that one. Huskies coach is saying, what the heck, let her rip. Schilling a step, a couple steps in at third. The pitch, swinging a bounce to the left side. Schilling with the good glove. The throw to first in time, and Parker's Prairie comes away from it unscathed. In the top of the second inning, Huskies strand a couple. No runs on a hit. No errors. 2 runners left on base on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. It stays 7-0 Parker's Prairie. Bottom of 2 after this on yourliveevent.com. Oof.
It's the time when fireplaces and wood stoves are roaring. Make sure you have plenty of firewood by visiting Pillsbury Forest Hardwoods of Pillager. Pull right in to buy slab wood by the half-quart bundle. They'll load it right into your truck or trailer, and off you go. Ask about delivery options for large bundle buys. There's always plenty of great slab wood for your fireplace or stove at Pillsbury
Field and in the gym. We look forward to watching you succeed. We're not just here for you, we are you. First Western Bank. You can bank on us. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you calling for concrete, contact the pros at Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction, offering high-quality professional masonry and concrete services to Pillager and the Brainerd Lakes area. The team of skilled craftsmen with Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction is ready to help you for your foundations, patios, driveways, colored and stamped concrete, and much, much more. For your residential or light commercial concrete jobs, call Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction at 218-639-2374. Fully licensed and offering free estimate.
Here's the pitch from Hansen, and that one in for a strike. The senior Hansen trying to get himself into a much more comfortable spot here in game 2. Started off game 1 in rough shape, walking the first 4 batters. Now throws one high and out, 1-0. Came in relief of Kaylee Holsapple, who started here game 2. Holsapple faced 7 batters officially. Allowed 4 walks. Had some control problems, so Hansen came in and allowed 1 of the 7 runs in the first. The 1-1 missed. It's 2-1 now to Murnack. And this one swung and lined back up the middle. That one was down around the shins, and she just went down and put a nice swing on that. Murnack lifts one to center field for a 1-out single. Now it brings up Amelia Van Batavia. Walked and scored in the first. 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Excuse me, bottom of the second inning. Game 2 of the doubleheader. And Van Batavia squares up to bunt. The throw down to second on the hop past the glove of Featherston. Sneaks back Haley Awalt, but not far enough as Henley Murnack with a stolen base in scoring position. No balls and a strike on Van Batavia. 7-0 lead for the Panthers here in game 2. The pitch from Hansen. Big swing and a miss. Swung right underneath it, 0-2. Hansen checking in with Schramm. Here's the 0-2, and a swing and a chopper at the plate. Foul. We'll do it again. Hansen looks in. Runner at second, and that one off the plate outside. Not a bad pitch. Trying to tempt Van Batavia to chase that one. And she did not take the bait. Hansen takes a couple steps behind the rubber. Now here's the 1-2. That one in the dirt, almost hit her. Van Batavia actually jumped over that one. 2-2 now to the freshman left fielder. Murnack at second with one away here in the bottom of inning number 2. Here's the wind and the fire. Upstairs now the count run full after it was 0-2 to start. Twins starting a 3-game series at Washington tonight. Minnesota Wild hockey at Colorado. Here's the pitch and upstairs. And after falling behind 0-2, Van Batavia draws a walk, her second of the game. For Pillager fans tuning in on Saturday, I will be back in town for both baseball and softball versus Staples Motley. Those will be on radio, Cash 95.9, Great Country, rjbroadcasting.com, or with the Cash 95.9 app, as the first pitch to Alyssa Revering is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Revering an RBI single in the first, and her courtesy runner, Dubrowski, came around to score. 7-0 Panthers on the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. 2 on, 1 out. And there is a strike from Hansen, 1-1. Oh, missed inside. Wow. Well, that shows what I think the strike zone is. That one was missed inside. That looked awfully good to me, but must have been just off the plate inside. Baseball, 2:40 pregame. Softball under the lights, 7:55. And that one up high, and Hansen has lost the strike zone again here a bit. 3-0 to Revering. 2 aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. .30 pitch, low and inside, and on 4 pitches, Revering draws the walk. Moving up to second is Van Batavia. Moving to third is Murnack. Bases loaded. Pillager defense comes in for Lily Steidel, the senior right fielder. Had a 2-run singled to left field and came around to score in the 7-run first. Once again, Dubrowski will head to first base as the courtesy runner for Revering. 1 out, a leadoff grounder, and a single and back-to-back walks as the senior in the circle, Haley Hansen, needs to bring it back in. And the first pitch is a called strike. Steidel kind of ducked down, but that doesn't work anymore. It maybe worked years ago, but the umps, they kind of have that strike zone set now, and if players duck down, they think it's at the top of the zone, or even if it's close, you get that strike call. There's a strike, and Hansen quickly ahead 0-2 on Steidel.